Welcome back to Yamcha Sessions, guys. Today we have Justin Yap on our podcast. He works for his mom and dad at this company called Tricomas Marketing. Tricomas Printing? Is it Tricomas Marketing in Berhad? I know they do printers, they do print management. So we talked to Justin about how they're transitioning from printing to software and stuff like that. We discussed a lot about it in the podcast, but before I get into the podcast, I need to talk to you guys about the ads. This podcast is brought to you by Couch the Worm. Couch the Worm is a haiku Twitter account, and he requested this specific haiku to be said. But if you guys don't know what haiku is, it's basically like a format of 5 syllables, 7, and then 5. So it's like, okay, I'm going to read you an example, and then you guys have a better idea. So, ashes to ashes, we begin and end the same. Between we differ. So if you notice, it's 5 and 5. If you were looking at my fingers, you would know it's 5 and 5. But now we're on Spotify. So if you didn't look at our fingers, then I guess you guys gotta check out our YouTube also lah. And also don't forget to follow Couch the Worm on Twitter. CouchTheWorm, Couch the Worm. Our second podcast is brought to you by Juicy Treats. Follow Juicy Treats at JUCY_treats for a 10% discount today. Offer ends last day of August 2020, and Juicy Treats does 100% human grade and homemade pet food. I mean, Juicy has been sponsor of the podcast for the past month, and August is 2 weeks away from ending. So if you guys thinking of getting some pet treats for your pet, you want 10% discount of 100% human grade homemade pet food with direct message YCS to Juicy JUCY_treats for a 10% discount today. Offer ends last day of August 2020. I think Justin and I can relate a lot, especially me personally, because we both are involved in our family business. Justin is definitely in a larger scale situation, whereas I'm a little bit smaller because we do events and he does printing, obviously, so they do have a larger team. We are also taking a break this coming week because everybody is going on holiday, so expect the podcast end August, beginning September-ish. But I hope you guys enjoy it. So like, comment, and subscribe if you have something to say. If you just subscribe if you like the shit lah. Just if you like the shit, just subscribe. All right. Whoa.
Padi, bro.
Right.
Chili padi, with the soy sauce and then with the garlic, bro. I need that. Even if I go in.
Are we live?
Yeah,
we're live.
Okay,
but it's okay. What about chili sauce?
No, I was just saying that, when you go to eat any food, like with rice, some shit, okay? What is that one thing you must always have with you when you're eating?
Oh, come on. Soy sauce.
Soy sauce, chili sauce.
Fork and spoon.
That's my answer.
See?
Fork and
because
spoon?
I scared I don't want my hand dirty.
I mean, the fork and spoon are already there, lah. Okay.
Chopstick also can. But no sauce condiment for me, bro. It doesn't make any sense. What happens if I go to I don't know, a German place? Then what do you need? Mustard.
I'll still ask them.
But will you still use mustard in I don't know, a Japanese restaurant? Wasabi, yes, but
I cannot ask John that question, lah.
No, it's because I put thought into my answer. What the fuck?
No, you should just answer like garlic or chili. That's the answer. But anyways, let's go back to the podcast.
To be more focused, let's focus on Justin Yap today, our guest on Yamcha Sessions.
Yes.
So today we have Justin Yap on our podcast. Is the gain okay? I feel like I'm doing too loud.
Just now you were a bit too loud.
It's okay, just talk, bro. Just talk.
It's okay.
Okay, today we have
Just cut it
Justin
out.
Yap on our podcast on Yamcha Sessions. Actually, legit, right? Last night I was talking to Jen and I was like, actually, how the fuck did I meet Justin?
I met him 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Actually, do you remember?
How did you meet Justin?
Yeah. Well, I remember
I can't
you
say I
introduced
recall.
me to Justin.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
How?
Was it Vietnamese food?
No, I knew you before that.
How young are you?
Same age as Andrew.
95.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
We went
feel
to
it's Vietnamese
ADB
food,
together.
No, we knew each other before that.
Maybe we met once.
Yeah.
And instantly we look at each other.
We know already.
We know.
Yeah.
Family business.
Yeah.
It's the eyes.
know.
Yeah. You know, it's the pain, you know.
It's the suffering.
You're crying blood also, right?
This is a Itachi thing.
You can feel the chakra. It's different.
Do you feel this kind of things?
No.
I guess that's the second child syndrome.
I guess he's a second
Yeah, I'm the second child.
Yeah, second child
You second
also.
child? No.
You're second child?
Second child?
Second child.
What the fuck? Dude,
Yeah.
his older brother, according to Justin, his older brother reminds me of you more than Justin reminds me of you. So if you think you click with Justin, I think you'll be surprised how much you click with his older brother.
How was your brother?
He's 6 years older.
Oh wow.
30.
31 this year.
Damn man. What the fuck? What's his name?
His name's Jeremy.
Do you have a younger brother or younger sister?
Younger
Is the
sister.
name Janice?
Janine.
Fuck me, they are so close, bro.
Oh.
Triple J,
Is
yeah,
your
yeah.
brother
You know
working?
that?
No, I didn't know that. I
He
thought you
works at
were.
my company.
Oh fuck.
Then Janice is also working for a company lah.
No, she's still studying.
But she
She's
will
in
be
Lakeside.
lah. But she will be.
Actually, no. She wants to stay as far away from the company as possible.
Ah.
Yeah,
Wise.
but you know it's a magnet, bro.
You know what she wants to do? Event management.
I don't know about that.
I should get her
Tell
to
her
talk to
no.
you.
You should tell her to stop.
Run.
Stop.
Run.
To get her to change her mind.
Janice or Janelle, stop.
See, I like how he just got the name, but he just totally segued to a different
Janice
name.
Yeah.
or what's her
Janine.
name again?
Janine.
Janine, stop.
Oh, she wants to do event
Abort.
management.
Yeah.
Abort.
Oh.
Hospitality and event management.
John,
These two
you
things.
don't,
Very painful.
you don't hire Janelle first. Yeah?
She doesn't
You hire
know the
me
reality.
first, okay?
She only sees the glamour.
Correct.
It's a lot. It's a
That's
lot.
why she's in Lakeside, like not ADP, right? She's in hospitality.
Yeah.
Lakeside.
Anyway, when we went back to ADP, it's very different.
Oh, is
They
it?
like cut it 50%.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah, last time, you know, outside the glass door of the ADP, you have that whole area. It's now like a theatre room.
Wow.
So the space is super constrained.
Wow. You
Yeah.
recently went back, is it?
Recently,
the sister.
want to see Mr. Anson?
Oh.
Guys, what's ADP?
American degree program.
Okay.
It's where we studied.
Yeah.
Wow, they cut off the place.
Yes. And half the lectures are gone.
Tak
It's
college.
very sad. That's why, although I brought my sister to check out ADP, I told her, don't join. Do
Yeah.
the hospitality school.
I see.
I actually was from hospitality before I moved to ADP.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know
You
that.
went the other way?
Yeah, I actually entered a competition to be a cook, and I got like 11th place, and the top 10 only would get sponsors. It was with Ismail and Cecilia.
Oh, I think I remember the story quite some time
Yeah.
ago.
And my mistake was I cooked too fast, and you know how cooking competitions people all like speeding up, right?
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
got
yeah.
so many, I was like rushing. I prepped all my food ready.
Okay.
Then I did it, and I was like, I have half an hour left.
Yeah, bro. Then the food went cold lah.
No, I put it in the oven. I put water in the oven to keep it moist, but for some reason my chicken was very
What
dry.
did you, oh, you cook chicken?
Yeah, everybody had to cook the same thing. So I was like, oh fuck it lah, no sponsorship then
Never mind lah.
ADP lor.
No problem.
I didn't even know it.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah.
Well, you got 11 though with the dry chicken. Imagine it was not dry chicken.
Yeah, wait.
1.
Don't know lah. But okay, Justin, to go back to you, sorry. What is your role specifically in your family business, and what does your family do?
Okay, so I work at a company called Tricomas Marketing. So my role in the company is mainly sales and marketing
Okay.
for
And-
now.
And HR.
But
For now.
you know, family business and HR, yeah,
And HR. And ops.
and ops, yeah,
And
sweep the
cleaner,
floor,
and
accounts,
cleaner.
cleaner, yes,
Plunger,
cleaner,
toileter.
storekeeper,
Storekeeper.
everything lah.
Toilet
So-
paper changer,
Exactly.
You name it.
chauffeur, yeah.
I'm the best at it.
I can see the happiness in his face.
I'm the best.
Serious, I can see the face in his. I can see the happiness in his face. Yeah, like legit.
I know, I know now your role is a very elaborate role.
Yeah, but mainly my official title is actually just sales and marketing manager.
That's a very professional title. Mine was
Yeah.
Interactive Jedi for like a year.
Bro, you.
Interactive Jedi.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing, right?
Bro,
Yeah.
what am I doing in my life?
Yeah. You know what? Let's give him a new title, bro.
No, it's sales. This is what the father
We
gave.
should give him a CEO.
No,
Chief
yeah.
Everything Officer.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
actually
That's the
true.
key.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the key
yeah,
term.
lah.
Yeah.
Chief Everything
What
Officer.
does-
It's in the pipeline.
The company's name is Tricomas.
Tricomas Marketing.
Okay.
So the name comes from my dad. He started the company with 2 other partners.
Oh, okay.
So unfortunately, one of the partners left. So the Tri is for the 3 founders.
Oh.
Coal Company and Mas Malaysia.
Dude, you know what MEP stands for?
Most valuable person.
That's MVP.
MEP.
MEP.
But I like his
It's
thoughts. though.
meeting exhibition planners. But do you have that problem? Because now Tricomas, right?
Yeah.
You know when you write your invoices and shit like that?
Mhm.
Fucker, at least you put Tricomas, you know. Mine only put MEP, meeting exhibition and planners, Sendirian Berhad.
I'm so sorry for you.
Guys,
my god.
I, you know,
fuck, dude.
when he said Tricomas, I legit thought the name came from the sons and daughter, cause JJJ, so Tricoma JJJ.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh my,
You
repurpose
oh my
it,
god, what the fuck?
But you need Janine to come in.
But we,
Ah.
yeah, but when he started, we weren't even born.
That makes
yet.
sense. Oh yeah, true. Fuck my life.
But maybe it was foresight, it's like
Yeah, actually,
he
the
knew it.
company started 32 years ago already.
Wow, congrats.
Oh, yeah.
32 years is a very, very long and
Yeah,
reputable
I have
time.
no idea
Fuck.
how we did it.
Printing.
MEP is 26 years, I also don't know how we did it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Printing.
But it's a very valuable trait though. You know, when people go in and say, oh, we're actually 32 years in the business, people totally trust you. They're like, oh yeah, 30 years. Yeah. 25 years, yeah.
It's not easy for a company to survive that long.
Especially
after this MCO period.
But it only gives us, like you and I, especially in our family business,
Yeah.
like a sense of like credibility.
Yeah.
Because you can tahan this fucking shit, right? You can tahan a lot of shit, bro.
You can tahan anything.
Yeah. So what does Tricomas do?
Okay, so we supply photocopiers, printers, and software related, anything to do with print and imaging to companies. So we don't supply to retail and we don't supply to personal use for houses. So we specialize in helping companies grow, reduce their printing costs, increase their efficiency.
That's such a sales thing to say.
Bro, this is.
Dude, I can say it in my sleep. Man.
He probably
Are you trying to pitch to our audience?
Yes.
It kind of feels that way, right?
Any marketing is good marketing.
You should follow Tricomas on LinkedIn.
Oh,
Yes.
you're on
Yeah.
LinkedIn?
Thank you. Yeah, Facebook and LinkedIn.
Facebook also.
Yeah.
Do you manage the Facebook?
Yes, before I joined, we weren't on Google, we weren't on Facebook, we weren't on LinkedIn. So that's something that I started for my company. So I feel like how we used to get around was through word of mouth marketing.
Bro, it's like the way to go for
Yeah,
that time.
I agree that one's the best, but it's kind of limited to the people that you can reach.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if they are not willing to refer you to someone else. And it's kind of not easy to ask people, oh, can you refer me to this
Correct,
person?
for
Can you
sure.
refer me to that person, right?
Yeah.
Just a little bit desperate.
I think it's branding, especially kind of.
Yeah.
It's branding in the sense you put your company out there and then people kind of view it. Dude, do you get that weird messages from people like, hey, can I work for you and all that? Because I get it all the time.
Yeah.
What?
Dude, fucking weird, right? Those people ask me questions. They can't even spell the thing right. Work with you.
W-O-K.
Then
Then W-I-T
walk
in
with
you.
you. Yeah.
You
Then
just,
I'm
you just say, just
No,
put
it's like-
zero. Just put zero.
send me your resume, then no reply. Then I'm like, I even gave this person a chance.
Yeah. More recently, especially since you can find us pretty easily on
Yeah,
Google and all. So we do get lots of applicants now.
You do Google ads as well.
I do Google ads.
Job
as
street
well.
also.
This guy's everything, I'm serious.
Yeah.
It's literally everything, man. My God.
I don't even do Google ads. Fuck that. But I do videos for the Facebook shit lah.
Yeah. We don't do any content creation because our marketing department consists of
Yourself.
You?
just me.
You should change the name, your company from Tricoma to just Justin, you know? I think it makes more sense.
No.
JJ.
But your business is very B2B, so you don't need consumer level.
Correct,
marketing,
and
right?
we are not the manufacturer and we are not the main brand, so we help promote other brands.
Oh,
so
okay,
they are
okay.
the ones who do the content.
And you just
Marketing.
the middle person that
Yeah,
will
and we
distribute.
push out their product to the market.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Holy shit.
in that way, we also have we have the choice which brand we want to work with. So that's sort of our advantage.
Wow, holy crap, man. So are you telling me you have to go to like individual companies and then you would
Hey,
speak to them and like you're
need
not
some
do your
paper?
printing and stuff like that?
Yeah, so last time we weren't really attached to any brand per se, but recently as our company begins to grow and then our visibility is
Increasing.
bigger in the market, so those brands, especially those printer photocopier brands, start to approach us.
Wow.
Hey,
fuck.
can you push our product to the market because so and so and so and so and so.
Oh, so like for example, I'm Canon
Yeah.
and I have my printer.
Correct.
And I'm like, Justin, I need this cell. So then he just kind of pass it over to you, and then you take that and like, hey, this stuff can help you in ching chong chong ching chong chong chong. And
Yeah,
you start-
sometimes they would refer people to our company who could fit with our company, but most of the time they come and pitch, my product can do this for your company and it's really good for the market, all their plus points and
The
then-
upgraded software, the
yeah,
news.
and then the pricing, how marketable the product will be. So it's our job to decide which is the most suitable partner to work with.
Damn, son.
Sounds like you're the extension between the product, the Canon or
Yeah lah.
HP.
Yeah.
and then-
Distributor.
Yeah,
Mm.
Not so much distributor yet, but one day we hope to reach that level.
Modesty.
So
Come on, man.
So the big brand will
Hey,
come
future.
and look for us, and then eventually we will look for smaller players to help push out the market. Because the market is so big, it's not possible for one company to cover every square inch. Right?
Is this the modesty part you're talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
So of all the clients that you have, right?
Mm.
What are the most profitable client profiles? What kind of clients?
Industry-wise,
maybe
industry-wise.
just
Actually,
PNC.
I'm not sure.
it's actually like accounting firms, lawyer firms, those that are really,
Lawyer,
really
heavy
stable.
people.
So there are some firms like advertising that have their peak period and then they
Oh,
go
yeah,
down
yeah,
and
true
up
that.
and down. But we noticed that when you analyze throughout the years, it's those companies that are very consistent in their printing that really
Good business.
yeah,
I see.
give the best margins.
Wow, man.
You know, in my entire 7-8 years studying, I print a lot of papers. I've always wondered one thing: how you guys make money?
Okay, so
That's a good question though.
Like
yeah.
fucking paper already damn cheap.
But it's
But
a
it's
lot.
not the
lah.
paper, it's the machines.
Bro, I don't even know how to make.
Actually, how much is a fucking machine?
That's
though?
exactly
How
what I
much
was
the
just saying,
machine?
and
Oh,
I
you just are fucking mind blown.
It's a huge
And then-
range. So
Wait, don't answer first. I want to ask you another thing else. Wait, and then you know the paper, right? The paper is like 10 cents you buy. How much you gonna buy, bro? 1 cent? Then how much the distributor will pass you the paper gonna earn money? I don't know, bro. So much shit going on right here.
So actually, it's actually separate. So we don't actually provide the paper to companies.
different
They
company,
buy
bro.
their own paper.
Yeah, it's double A and whatever they buy their own paper.
Yeah. So
Paper one, all
we
that,
provide
yeah.
the
printing
the
machine.
equipment and also the software
Yeah.
and the service. So once we supply the machine to the company, we take care of the machine for them for
Service,
yeah, service for usually it's 5 years. The standard contract is for 5 years. So in these 5 years, if there's any problem with the machine, then they just call us. We will send our technician or IT to go and solve their problem for them.
Wow.
So how we make money is actually two ways. One, when we rent the machine to the company, we charge them rental. Every month, you gotta pay rental.
The X
So
amount.
we make money from that. And another thing is called meter reading. You know what's that?
Meter reading.
I know the
Meter
meter
reading.
outside my house, like, I know the electric.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
So every time you print something, if you sign our meter reading package, we charge you a certain
Like a fee per.
like a fee per page. So like for black and white, usually it's 3 cents. For color, it's 50 cents per page. So every month we will check the meter, like how TNB checks
Yeah,
your
their
meter
meter.
outside your house, and then we will bill you for that. So it's two different
Bro,
income
I didn't know
streams.
such thing exists in my life.
Yeah, because you never really think about
Yeah.
photocopiers.
Yeah.
It's just there. It just exists.
So if a client opts for meter reading, they don't pay for a monthly fixed fee.
Yeah lah.
then? It's
They
just
just-
variable.
They do. So they
Okay,
pay
but it's a
both
smaller
the
fee lah.
rental
Oh, but it's
for
a
the
discount.
machine,
Oh,
for the
oh.
hardware, and they pay meter for the service.
I see.
Yeah.
What the
So
fuck?
it's like two different income streams.
What the
Wait.
fuck?
How much is
Interesting.
printing one paper for with color? You all pay last time $1, is it?
No lah. Yeah, I mean,
Outside
it depends.
is usually like
Well,
$1.
$1.
Some charge 120.
$1.
No lah, depends on where you go lah.
Yeah,
But
depends
our
on-
time, like I think high school, the time very cheap only.
High school, college lah, bro. I pay $1.
Yeah, that one different. That one is tailors mah.
In tailors is like 1 ringgit.
Yeah.
Shit, but this bookstore took 50%.
But tailors is motherfucker lah. They all
Mm.
how much they earn, different.
True, so
They have different floors with different printers and all that shit. I want to know like normally how much a printer would cost for a big company though. That's
So
I
all.
it
lah.
depends because we have such a wide product range. So it starts with a very, very low speed, like those very simple
I cannot.
printers.
I can't deal with slow printers.
Yeah, and we have those that go up to
Just
100,
brush them off.
110 and 120 speed. So it's like a car, you have different horsepower,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So
You have different
Super.
horsepower
So-
for printer lah.
You're telling me the printer with 120 speed is like zoom. Then
super fast. You blink, it's like radio.
No lah, they OUG also got mah. What the fuck?
bro, I've never seen
Have you
boom
seen those
printer, bro.
Do you guys do industrial printing also, or is it just
It's
basically
called
just corporate?
production printers.
Like you know the
wait,
big
So
ones like
those
newspaper.
ones that are really, those companies that print magazines and all, they will use their production printers.
Do you engage with those guys?
Or
as well?
education. Not so much of the magazines. We do more of
Corporate.
SME and corporate.
Oh.
Yeah, because
Mm.
for us, we don't want the companies that print too much color as well.
Oh, because cartridges cost like
yeah,
shitloads
because
amount.
that's a cost to us as well.
The cartridges you guys have to bear.
We have to bear. So if you sign our meter, once the machine finish toner, you just call us. Hey, my machine is out of printer. We send the toner to your office.
Dude, that's so fucking operational as fuck.
I
Right?
thought they
Yeah,
paid
it's,
the.
uh, very
your
efficient.
margin should have that buffer in, right?
It does,
But
but
not high
some
margin,
customers they print full page color.
Yeah.
So it's like okay, we
Big.
make 50 cents for that page, but our cost is probably like $2, $3.
Bro, then the NRE
see.
cannot
Okay.
you can't
Yeah.
write it down.
So we have to be careful also when working with different companies.
Shit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you
That's
commit
a
to
risk
someone,
to us.
yeah, I see. Oh,
Another
very
option is we say, oh, because your coverage is very high, So you need to sign the. We need to just sell you the toner. So you just buy the ink.
Oh.
So it doesn't matter to us how much you
Yeah,
use.
yeah.
You will still buy the ink.
So how do you judge whether a person like say for example this company you see he say that he don't use a lot of color printing, and next thing you know he use a lot of color. You
That's
just
the
must
r-
bear.
That's the risk we take as well.
Ideal.
But we will also monitor. So whenever you call us to check to order the toner, we will check your usage.
Uh-huh.
So how many pages you print. If let's say you just ordered last week and then you order again this week, means your coverage is very very high.
And then you will ask like, hey, what's going on?
It's based on like time, and you see the
Yeah,
state.
because each toner, we call it toner for photocopiers, they come with a theoretical yield. As in,
Okay.
this should only print up to 9,000.
Sure.
pages or whatever.
Yeah,
That's
but
like
some
a-
customers print 2,000, 1,000 already finished.
Yeah.
Means they print a lot.
Sure, because like you use color for one page, but how much of that page is
Correct,
actually color? That's why it's
exactly.
theoretical and actual yield lah.
Exactly.
I don't want to stray away from the operational side, but I'm so curious right now, right? Were you ever interested in printing in the family business part of it? Like, did you go like, fuck, dude, fucking love
Did I
printing?
dream?
The
dream
the
of
interest
photocopiers?
the interest went into him.
Or did you grow an interest for it, or do you think it's just like
Nope.
no,
Not at all.
I can see
No,
the
no.
enthusiasm in him. Yeah.
I actually had zero negative interest in printers and
If you had a
photocopiers.
chance, right, what would you prefer to do now besides printing?
PT bro.
PT?
Fitness and health. That's my other passion.
Dude, Bradley also is a full-time PT. It's good money.
I think I
It
need
is
to
good
be PT
money,
also.
but it takes so much commitment
Yeah,
because you have to give so much of yourself to
for sure,
clients.
for sure.
Quick question:
Oh.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
I like this guy, man. He's like me.
Do y'all want to guess what's my favorite Pokemon before I say my favorite Pokemon?
Charmander!
Oh, you think my favorite is Charmander? You know,
Bro, I
don't know
swear
whether
to
you know.
God, you don't name me Phoebus or some shit like that.
Based on your hair oddish.
No.
Wait.
I give you a clue.
Lugia.
No.
Pundet.
You want a clue?
Is
or
it legendary?
No, it's not. It's a water type.
Squirtle.
No.
Fraligator.
Yeah.
Oh, because you had the Predator deck.
Feraligatr, Totodile line lah, but mostly Totodile. I think
You know
they're
what,
cute
this is a
lah.
very good
But
question.
why?
Cause
I don't know. I have an affinity with Totodile. I feel like I'm a Totodile in a way.
I feel like the Pokemon that you like says a lot about you as a person.
Really?
Yeah.
I like to laugh. I like to eat.
Yeah, Predator chew,
Yeah.
Predator chew foods
Yeah.
lah. So.
Yeah, and he's strong. Like he doesn't look great. He's very undervalued, right? Nobody looks at Feraligatr and go like, fuck Feraligatr, damn honest way.
I look at Predator.
People will look at
like,
Blastoise because he's the OG, right?
Yeah.
People
it's
will look
mainstream.
at you look at Swampert, wow, groundwater type and all that shit, but you never look at Feraligatr. He's just pure water type, and it's like,
Bro, he's a goddamn crocodile, bro.
but he looks fucking sick though.
Yeah. Drew, you?
It's a very tough question for me.
Let's give an answer now.
Gun to your head.
Gun to
Faster.
my head. If it had to be tied to my personality.
No, lah, this is what you like,
Or
lah.
just your favorite one.
Wow, stress, dude.
What the fuck? Are you serious, bro?
We're talking about career.
Are you serious, bro?
Cannot, bro.
I-
It's really
You can't live with yourself. You say
You
the
can't
wrong
even
one,
answer.
right?
No,
full question.
You know what I
Can I
think
come back
Andrew
to
is?
you?
You know what I think Andrew
Don't
is?
get
Okay, by the end of the podcast.
Okay, but then the podcast.
Okay, how about you?
I'll answer this question.
How about you first?
Bro, the moment you said that, only one Pokemon came to my mind. And then after that, you
Blaziken.
said the Blaziken was close.
No.
Blaziken was really
I thought
close.
it's a Blaziken. He's a fighting type guy.
Yeah,
I can
Blaziken
tell.
is pretty tall, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, he's actually higher than 6 feet. Blaziken. Yeah,
No
Blaziken's higher.
fucking way.
Yeah, Blaziken's higher than 6 feet.
I really wanted to say Blaziken. It actually was the first thing that came to my mind. But then when you say personality, then I was like, oh fuck. Then this Pokemon.
It doesn't need to be a personality.
No, I know, but this Pokemon overshadowed Blaziken. Bro, Darkrai, bro.
Oh. Legendary. It's a mythical Pokemon. lah.
Dark-
You lah. Actually, what's yours?
I think. But Blaziken, yeah, Blaziken.
Do you want to guess?
Actually, I think you look like a dragon type trainer for some reason.
No.
Can you give me a clue, Justin?
Starts with a M.
Machamp!
Oh, Machamp ah.
Fucking gym,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh,
Shit,
fitness
yeah,
ah.
man.
Oh, is that how you type back the fitness thing? What the fuck?
Machamp.
Not really, but since the first time I watched Pokemon,
It's
I
Machamp.
just thought
Yeah,
Machop.
man.
You should watch Pokemon Twilight.
Bro, Blaziken,
Have you watched?
yeah. Yeah, legit,
Have
yeah,
you
Blaziken.
watched Pokemon
Yeah.
Twilight?
No.
I'll link you up
Blaziken
later.
The
is taller
only
than 6 feet.
Pokemon movie I watch is the one where they
Lugia.
all turn to stone and I cried.
Oh, the
Bro, that's the
Oh,
Pikachu
100%,
Ash,
bro.
bro.
Yeah.
Bro, that's...
Fuck, man.
Twilight is not a movie. It's a YouTube series.
Oh.
It's only 6 episodes, but there is an episode with this. She's a gym leader in Alolan, the new Pokemon lah, right? It's really good. It's really good. And she's a fighting type gym leader, and she has one Machop, and one Machamp, and she trains with them. And then like she
That's
she
a dream.
spars with Machamp. she spars with Machem. Machem's like, he's sweating, and she's like effortless fighting Machem. And then when you read the Pokédex, Machem crushes boulders with one hand. And I'm like, this girl's tougher than a boulder.
Bro, you know how heavy Larvita is?
Yeah, it's like 100 kg, bro.
Yeah, and Ash just carries him. Chilly.
Guys, wrongly, bro.
Fuck me,
The
this bro.
stats don't make sense.
The stats don't make sense.
I need to be Ash Ketchum, bro.
Truth
Can't
be
even
told.
win goddamn league, but can carry Larvita, bro. That's the real deal, man.
By the way, Basement is 1.9 meters tall and only 52 kg. Guy is fucking.
And
But
Rock-
he's
He is just.
but he's,
That's Rock saying.
he's also speed. He's a very fast attacker.
Yeah, I think I'll take Biscuit. Biscuit was in my one.
I always assume he's a fighting type. Andrew is actually, I feel like a ghost type or dark type.
Ghost.
player.
Bennett.
Maybe psychic.
He looked like he would have a Gengar lah, actually.
No, I was gonna say Zorok.
No, bro.
Oh.
I
Bro,
was gonna say Zorok because
this fella is a
I
kadab.
have imposter syndrome.
No, bro. this guy is an Abra, bro. He's damn chill. This guy is an Abra, bro. He's damn chill, bro. Yeah. You an Abra, bro. You damn
Abra.
relax, bro. Serious, he's an Abra, legit.
I
Yes.
don't know. But you figure out at the end of the podcast.
Okay, we go back to
No, your
fitness.
passion, right? Your passion is fitness.
Yeah, my passion is fitness. Besides work, besides work.
Besides work, it's just fitness.
He's
only
a-
work
Work is my life.
Yes.
Do you know how he got into his family business?
he was born to it.
Oh, so you don't know.
How specifically? I obviously don't know all the details.
Bro, I
He
can
just told me earlier at
No.
ice cream bar.
I can answer that question.
Oh, answer lah.
He was born by the
I was printed.
the husband. the mother gave birth to him, and the father say, "Tai shall take over me business." And
He was printed and then origami and then like perfection.
Wow, fuck, man.
You know.
that's all in it.
That's great.
Don't tell me your father lured you into it.
Actually, he told me the story already. So like I'm like I already know the story, but you want to tell them how you got into it.
Yeah.
Like maybe we start from the beginning, right? You went into ADP after high school. You went to ADP.
Yeah, I went into ADP.
What did you
and
study?
I've always had the idea that I was going to do business no matter what.
Okay.
Even since primary school or even in Tadika, you know they give you the test and they ask you what's your ambition or
dream
your
job, whatever.
Policeman.
商人
What's 商人?
What's that? Chugeliang.
What's 商人? Something person.
Justin will get it now.
I know.
What's 商人?
If you know.
Business person.
Oh.
Businessman. Yeah, so I would always subconsciously or without thinking put ahli perniagaan or businessman because that's my whole life when I grow up. It's like everyday conversation coming back from my family during dinner is always about business.
Oh my god, dude. Fuck, this
Don't
is
even watch
fucking-
cartoon, is it? At NTV7 or TV2?
I mean, I did.
Oh, okay lah.
You watch an anime in
Thank
Pokemon,
God.
right?
Thank God.
I was admiring much.
Oh, so it's always been businessman.
Yeah, it's always been business. I never really thought of anything else I wanted to do.
In a way, you're living the dream, right?
Yeah,
The dream is a lot more
you see-
complicated than he thought.
I thought so. So, going back to after high school,
Uh-huh.
a lot of my friends wanted to go to.
Lawyer, accountant, doctor.
No, they actually wanted to go to Australia
Uh-huh.
or UK and study law, engineering, and all that. But I was the only one in my class that wanted to go to US.
Wow.
Man,
So I
Ohio
didn't-
State, bro.
You went to Ohio State?
I went to OSU.
Oh shit, dude. OSU, Bulldogs?
Buckeyes.
Buckeyes, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
You decided to do business, then you go to ADP, and then you did business in ADP lah.
yeah, I took all the business courses in ADP, and after that I transferred to OSU.
Good school though.
Yeah, the business school is not bad.
The fitness makes sense now lah. Nothing to do in Ohio.
Yeah, it's true.
I heard,
100%.
do they really have 100 bench presses and squat racks all in one gym?
100?
think 100
Only
lah.
3.
Dude,
no
The,
way,
the
bro.
gym is it's 5 levels.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think they have 100
Yeah.
bench press.
I remember I was having this conversation, bro, they have 100 bench
Who's that
presses.
guy?
It's just Americans being
Yeah.
Americans.
Yeah.
Dude, my friend studied there. Is it Melvin?
Bro, I have 12 packs, bro.
Believe you, bro.
But I got 10.
What?
Nah, actually I got 8 only.
I believe you still.
Actually I got 8.
Actually, if you got 8 and then you look lower and then you have your balls that's kind of 10.
John can vouch, I have 8. John, you are not wrong.
This is the podcast I wanted to do.
So you went to OSU with a business to pursue a business degree.
With my mind to pursue a business degree, so I studied 1.5 years in Malaysia ADP, transferred there, did two and a half years, came back. My plan was to, like Andrew, work in a corporate or SME or a startup. I told my dad, give me 1 month to really think of what I want to do, what companies I want to research,
Okay.
I want to decide my life. He said, no,
Hold up to.
you're not taking 1 month off.
Uh-huh.
You need to work. So I have a small project that I need your help with to in the company. So my first ever working hours is only 2 to 6.
What was the role? What the project was?
He wanted me to analyze data.
So data entry.
Yes.
What?
Data entry.
That's a 55-year-old perception of data analysis.
That's analysis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Data entry.
Literally, give me a paper and key into a spreadsheet.
I would never work for that, but that's my first job when I work at MVP.
Yeah, MVP
Data
also.
entry.
I also did that.
Same.
You work for your company?
Last time
Justin,
for part time.
everybody in OUG has worked in MVP before. Whether they knew it or not. Did you work at MVP? Job?
Yeah, bro.
What did you do? Data entry.
Events.
Oh, events.
Oh, okay, bro. We
That was
went
good
data
money,
entry.
bro.
What was my
Oh,
Mimi? Is Mimi still
We
working?
used to do telemarketing and also data entry.
Fuck
Ah.
my life.
Okay.
But I think that the greater jobs were like, do you need to drive a Mercedes to Ipoh?
Okay, job.
What? Like specifically
Pause,
drive
pause,
a Mercedes?
pause.
We need to pause. Sorry, it's half an hour. We stopped at Mercedes, right?
Yes.
So everybody, not everybody lah. I think 3 people had to drive a Mercedes to.
Had to.
Wow.
Poor
Wow.
them.
Good
and
job to have.
they were forced to receive 300 ringgit per day. So for 2 days.
Incredible.
Is this from
It's basically
MVP?
slave labor.
Is it from MVP, John?
Yeah. for
I
him.
still haven't get my payment.
Huh?
You know the Nissan shit?
That's not MVP.
Then it's what?
That one is Creative Juice.
Maybe I don't like that.
Nice.
So in any case, you were catfished by your dad.
Yes.
Your dad catfish you.
So you
Yeah.
told him he told you to do data entry lah, or analyst lah.
He
Sorry.
told me to analyze the data for a project. So I
Analyzed it.
I analyzed it, and 3 years later I'm still there.
So
Like,
analyzing.
it was supposed to be a temporary thing, but I'm still there.
But you're analyzing data now lah.
No.
Technically you're analyzing all the data, and you're like,
Did you
"Hey,
ever
catfish me."
did you ever try to leave?
I did.
Oh, serious shit ah.
I did.
How?
You tried to leave.
Um,
Or you thought of it.
Can you
thought of
give
it
a
lah.
letter of resignation to yourself?
It's more than you
Technically,
thought.
I don't even have an offer letter,
Yeah, same here.
right?
I didn't have to submit my resume. I just walked in that day and be like, "Hey, John is sitting here."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Where?" And they're like, "Oh, you have to clean up your own table, then you sit there."
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
And my laptop is also currently my own laptop. So
Oh, it's not a company laptop.
technically it is lah.
Because the
Because my mom bought it for me
so
with the
Same.
company card.
you can't say
Same.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a curse.
Great problems to have.
Yeah, that sounds like a great thing to do.
Motherfuckers
Man.
complaining.
Yeah, I don't even
Wow, company bought me laptop.
have. Yeah,
Motherfuckers.
mother chibai, bro.
Right.
Because whatever they need, you have to abide.
You fucking pay your salary, you must abide lah then.
Yeah. No. Like, dude, let's say I record this podcast, right? It's like 100 gig, right? Example lah.
Okay.
Then I need to effectively manage that 100 gig, post the shit out, and then make sure I have enough gig for my normal work. You know what I'm saying? All the time, like, it's like consistently you have to keep doing that.
just
Because
have-
it's your laptop now, ma, right? Same
Yeah.
thing with the car, same thing with everything. It's not a bad thing, but it's a different thing lah.
Sounds great, Wiggy.
It sounds great, bro.
Sounds
I think I
nice.
will do the extra effort, bro. If it's just, hey, this is your laptop.
I don't think they understand the nuances that come
They
with
don't.
the
They
demands.
have no idea.
Yeah.
A free laptop is a free laptop.
No, a free MacBook
It's
is
so-
a free
it's so
MacBook.
easy to
Yeah,
quantify.
Does not change.
It's so easy to
It's a
quantify.
It's
constant
nice
variable.
to look
Yes.
at the
Does
good
not
things
change.
from the outside.
A free
Yeah.
MacBook is a
but
free
from the
MacBook.
inside, it's very different.
Yes, because the demands are a very different thing. So it's like, hey John, can you help me do this? Then you're like, I have to say yes with you.
But you're working with your mom, so you must say yes lah.
Yes, but that also includes, hey, can you help me bring the cat to the vet?
Then this one you can say no, what? Nothing to do with your laptop.
You cannot do that
Why?
because they pay your salary. And if they're bad mood, then
Then why?
Yeah.
this is gonna be a tough week. Not
I
just
mean-
for you, you know.
I think the toughest part is balancing doing a good job to prove to yourself that you can do it, but also doing a good job so that your parents feel like they made the right decision to bring you in.
Mm.
So I struggled with that a lot, especially the first year, because before this, everything has been so structured, right? You go to school, then you take the exam, and then you get feedback on your exam. Then the next semester, you do the same thing. But when you join the family business, and when the day you start, you already think to yourself, oh my God, this is what I'm gonna do for the next 30 to 40 years of my
Until I
life.
retire or die.
Yes.
Whichever comes first.
Whichever comes first.
So when
Or
you-
concurrently, that's how you retire actually.
So
Yeah.
By death.
From what I'm hearing now, right, I got a very important question I want to ask you. Okay, have your father ever said in these 3 years, he come to you and say, "Son, I'm proud of you"?
This year.
This year.
Wow, fuck.
This year, my viewpoint towards my working in my company and the job that I'm doing now has shifted a lot.
Mm.
So last time I used to always think I don't deserve to have this privilege.
Oh, that's all of us though.
Yeah, I should have gone out and worked somewhere, get the experience, be capable enough, then come back to my family to work. Instead of just straight away after
Education
college,
jump to.
jump in. So I'm the type of person that I don't like to be given things. I like to earn them.
Yes, 100%.
Right? I think you're the same way as
100%.
me.
I totally agree.
So when you come in, you automatically think people will think, even if they don't, that the only reason you're here and you
because-
have this position is because your last name is your father's last name.
Yes, or mother in my case.
Yeah, mother's last name.
Actually, no, it's
Yo,
not.
that's
No,
not
no,
bro,
that's
you're
not-
earned. You're earned, John.
Doesn't work the other way, but we
Doesn't
get your
work.
point.
Yeah.
We get your point. Point taken. Point taken.
So I hope your mom not watching.
No, she doesn't watch.
So the
okay.
first year was a real struggle because I'm so used to always getting feedback on whatever I'm doing, and I don't really get that in my company.
Oh, you don't get feedback? Not from your mom and dad?
Not really, because they sort of ask you to do this, and then you just do it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
so they're not the type to really micromanage you and to guide you through every small aspect. They expect you to
Carry out the-
experience it and then to learn on your own.
Wow, that's such a different experience than I went through. Actually.
Yeah. So I was
Mm.
very lost in the beginning. I started off in sales. So I've never done sales, like actual sales before
Mm.
in my life. So before that, before I started the Google ads and the social media, how we used to get sales is we physically drive to like an office block,
My
And then you
fucking-
knock.
on the door.
That still happens today, though.
Yeah, but it's
Happens
really, really tough to do that because you face rejection every single day. And I was
Every
not
single
used to
day,
that.
every hour, bro.
Yeah, every hour.
And that's provided like the company is not next to another company that you have to go to, then it's probably 2 in an hour.
And no matter how positive you are, how motivated you are, that thing really, really affects you.
Bro,
I used to do that too.
crumbles.
I used to do door-to-door sales selling ads
Yes.
based on receipts.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
it's
in
even
the US.
worse because you feel like you have to be the best at what you're doing because you're the boss, son.
Yeah.
You set the example.
Yeah.
So I was trying to, for perfect example is I was episode 1 Naruto trying to do Rasengan.
Wow.
Wow.
It's just not gonna happen.
Bro, he can't even walk on water yet, bro.
Bro, you can't even do Bunshin.
Yeah, he can't even do the henge
Yeah,
properly as well.
but I expected myself to be at that level already. So I put so much pressure on myself till I at one point I really couldn't take it.
You nearly quit
anymore.
lah.
I nearly quit. Yeah,
Did you speak to your parents about this at the time?
I struggled a lot, so I actually developed anxiety and
Uh-huh.
a little bit of depression.
And that's where the gym came.
Yes, the gym is one of the biggest factor that helped me break out of it because
before that you weren't going to the gym. and all
no,
that.
at that point I was so down that I didn't have any energy to do anything else. So I would wake up, go to work, come back, and just straight away go to bed and sleep. I had no motivation to do anything else. I didn't want to meet any friends.
Fuck, man, that was your first year.
That was my first year.
That is
And that's the first time I've ever experienced anything like that. I've never experienced anything before that because I've generally always done pretty well in school
Academics.
or in any other things that I
like
was involved in.
co-curricular activities and stuff like that.
Yeah. So it got so bad to a point where I actually from sales became a store. I was look after the store. Means actually
Stock inventory and
yeah,
Yeah.
pick up the boxes, make sure everything's correct.
marked well.
But
Right?
have you think that this was the thing that your father asked you to do, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever think that the reason he asked you to do this, right? So is so that in future once you take over, you know the method and you know everything.
Yes, I know his intention was very good because I think he believes that I can contribute a lot more to his company rather than go to a different corporate and be so limited in what you can
Yeah.
do, right?
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, so that's the difference. So after I was in the store for a few months, he actually gave me the marketing position, and that's where I felt myself change.
Invigoration.
Yeah, because I had so many ideas that I wanted to do, but before that, whenever I brought it up, it wasn't, the older generation, they have their own
For
fixed
sure.
way of doing
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So once he gave me the marketing position, he actually gave me a lot of freedom to start things.
Wow.
You know what this reminds me? Remember last week we were talking with the MJ?
Uh-huh.
He mentioned about the karate kick, the jacket.
Wax on, wax off.
The jacket. So I
Yeah,
think your dad
yeah,
was
yeah.
just making you do
Yes.
the jacket and when
He wanted me to start at the bottom so that I would know how difficult it is for the staff to work and how difficult every job is in the company. And today I realized that,
Totally a fucking blessing.
it was a blessing and I wouldn't change it, even if I had to go through that very
Wow,
difficult.
dude, I think you went through a rougher period than I did, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, mine wasn't too bad.
Mm.
Yeah. But I think what we both can relate to is the humbling of the real world in a sense. Because I think this is like a family business. I mean, both of us can relate. Andrew can somewhat relate because he's helped out in MEP in some ways. But I don't
Really?
think Andrew has dealt with those Chinese suppliers, Indian suppliers, Malay suppliers that are very used to a way of working.
Correct. Yeah.
A culture that is so I wouldn't say hidden from the world, but it's just, I think it's also because we all are born in privilege to some
Yes,
extent. We
I
don't really
agree.
see the nitty gritty.
Yes. And it's
raw.
not until you actually experience it for yourself, right?
Yeah, then it's fucking hardcore. Yeah, for sure. It's you have to really roll up your sleeves and do shit lah.
It gives you a very, very wide perspective.
Yeah, damn humbling, man.
Mm.
So after you went into marketing, that's when you started doing the LinkedIn and the Facebook shit.
Yeah,
lah.
and that's when I started to really find myself and I feel like, okay, I can contribute. So I shift my mindset in always trying to prove to my parents and prove to my colleagues and prove to everybody. I just prove to myself that I can do it and I know I can do it.
Oh. There was an interesting conversation we had earlier at Ice Cream Bar as well about how we were talking about, when you go for a meeting and then you go with your mom and your dad,
Yeah.
or your dad or whatever, right? Same like me and my uncle or whatever and my mom, you will never mention that you are the child of the owner.
I never do
Of course,
that.
you never do that.
Of course.
Yeah.
You see, this is totally.
I don't, of course I don't do that.
I think socially that's what you do. Because you want to be portrayed as your own individual person.
Correct. You want
to
your
be-
own capabilities
Yeah.
to
shine.
be successful.
Yeah. Makes sense.
You want to tell him?
Theoretically,
Why?
right?
Why?
Theoretically, right? It's a very noble thing.
I mean, you do what you can lah, but eventually they find out, and then that's
then
how
they
it
just
works
find out lah.
If they find out, that's alright because they will ask you, hey, is this your family business? And I had a few clients who actually asked me, and then I would say, yeah, it is
Yeah.
my family business.
You wouldn't lie about family lah, but you
Yeah.
wouldn't say outright, right?
Of course lah, yeah.
But our parents actually want us to say, this is our company because they feel like the customers would trust you more.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can do more for them,
Understand, yeah.
right?
I
And
understand from their perspective, but
If
Neither
you
is
were
wrong.
in our position, you
I would do
you
the
wouldn't
exact
tell
same thing
people.
you guys did.
So wait. What's the thing? Okay, make me enlighten me again. So like say if my mom has a company, and then I go and go to meeting with her. So I would say, hey, this is my mom's company, is it?
Yes. You should say that. You should do that. If you all have a family business, you shouldn't have. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't or should. It's up entirely how you want to fucking live your life, lah, right? But this is based on my conversation with Justin and what I've learned. You should say that I work with my mom, Karen, in this business, and my uncle and my aunt or whatever, and we do events. You should be proud of that,
Correct.
and that is a true strength that I think perhaps our very Western thinking of education has taught us that no, you should be on your own, you should be an
Yeah,
individual.
you shouldn't rely on your parents.
But
you should
actually,
be on your own merit.
that's a true strength because he was just telling me he lost a customer because he didn't say that.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I-
like there's a few customers that afterwards, after the case, they will ask me, "Oh, is this your family business?" Then I would say, "Yeah." They say, "Why didn't you tell me that? Then you could have. I would have given you the deal because you can do so many things for me.
Yeah.
As
I see.
as opposed to when you're a corporate, then you have so many layers to go through.
Yeah,
You
I
get
don't know how much
approval from
authority you
people.
have.
Oh,
right?
this one's straight a one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think it's not a symptom of us being Western or us.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not that.
It's like
the-
an
it's-
ego thing. Would you
Yeah, I
say?
think
Yes,
so, I think
it's a symptom of us not having proven ourselves to ourselves yet.
Oh yeah, it's totally true.
100%.
That is the foundation, right? Because if you've truly proven, if you truly deep down believe that you have proven yourself to the
You
company,
don't give a shit.
then you don't give a fuck. You state the
Yeah.
facts, right? The fact is, I'm working for.
Then
family
you
business.
want to have the highest chance to win the
Yes,
deal or
correct.
whatever. Right?
Then it's strictly just utilitarian. This is the highest chance to win, therefore I'll say this.
Well, I have confidence in you.
You know that meme.
Fuck
the
yeah.
black
You do it
guy
right
meme-
now.
The black guy
Karen
meme.
Susan
Shout it.
That's me right now.
on top of a mountain. I am Karen Susan.
No idea what's going on here because I can't relate.
But there are people who do relate. I think it's an important note to think.
I think I would just say, yeah, I'm running the business with my parents.
That means you're very sure of yourself. That's good.
You're very confident.
Yeah.
Mm.
Justin and I are not so confident in that sense.
Yes.
Until
Until now,
you, I
maybe
would
we're
be totally,
timid.
I would totally fuck up too. That's the truth. I would say I'm on my own. Fuck
Yes.
you.
Yes.
I'm fucking great, right?
I think it's very difficult for me especially, right?
Yeah.
Or us. I mean us.
Yeah.
It's because like we like Andrew had said, you haven't met that level of experience,
Mm.
right? You want to prove to yourself that you've had that experience, right? Then only you like actually we do this together and all that. Also maybe because my name is not in the fucking company, like Jonathan also co-owns this company. So I no, I don't really own the company in a way.
Because technically you don't.
Yeah.
Bro, but
Yeah,
you will.
technically you don't.
But you will.
How you know?
I know.
You don't know until it happens.
You don't know, bro.
Yeah, but it won't happen until you know. That's right. You know what my brother taught me? If you can't convince the enemy, you confuse the enemy. That's what I just did.
It worked on me, I guess.
We are enemies.
I fucking lost already.
So you, Andrew,
fucking lost.
you had the chance to join your family business,
yes,
but you actively chose not to do so, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Any reason why you made that choice?
Don't think it's-
I'm always curious.
Actually, it's a very unique scenario. Also, actually, if you think about it,
Yeah.
got family business can take
But
over in a way,
No fuck.
but choose not to for now. For now, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, it's not that it's no fucks. And it's also not just one reason. I think there are a multitude of reasons. I think it started off, it's a symptom of being young, right? You want to prove yourself, you want to go on your own, you want to do your own thing, make sure that no one judges you and say you take the easy route. Whatever.
Right. Because for me, when I look at you, especially during my first year, I wished I had followed the road you took.
Yeah,
I was jealous.
Yeah, no. You see the depth in his eyes.
not all sunshine and daisies.
Yeah, I was jealous that you had the courage to actually go
Yeah,
on your own.
I don't think I would call it courage. I think I would call it just egoistic maybe to some extent. Right?
Takes a man to admit it.
I think that's just what it is lah.
I also was like that. That's why I chose to go out
Yeah.
because of ego lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like low salary.
yeah. I think
Politics.
no,
There
I
are
think,
many perks, right?
Yeah.
I don't judge any of you for it because if I was fortunate enough to get very favorable salaries along my career outside of family businesses.
Yeah.
So salary wasn't really a
An
pull
issue.
factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a huge contributor. If I got 3,000 to 2.5 or whatever, I'll totally jump ship. I think. Fuck that. I mean, it's just fortunate in that sense, and it's also a symptom of, I guess, events in general.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know if it's for me, and I don't know if that's just what I want to be doing forever.
It's not your interest, lah.
Yeah,
Neither
which-
is sprinting for you.
neither was
Neither
for
is
you.
the thing,
Okay.
exactly, right? So maybe it's just like ignorance on my part, right? I look at the surface level, I'm like, fuck that, I don't want to do it, therefore I don't want to do it.
I actually legit think he'd do better than me. In terms of meeting with clients and all that.
But then you wouldn't know for
You
sure.
wouldn't know.
Wouldn't know.
No, do you
do
know
you know-
why? Do you know why?
Because I can kiss ass.
Yes, Andrew can kiss ass.
Actually,
You
you can kiss
don't
guy
kiss
Andrew.
ass.
I cannot kiss ass.
Example.
No, I mean just be very nice.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Bro.
cannot imagine bro.
Andrew, right, is the Itachi of our generation, bro. He will fucking genjutsu you and be like, oh yes, I will do it for
Yeah,
you.
I'll be your best motherfucking
Then
friend.
he, shing,
Yep.
Sukuyomi.
Probably there's a reason too lah. I mean, I guess you guys only see me in a state where it's like I'm just chill, I don't give a fuck what you think,
Yeah,
right?
but you do what you have to
Or
do.
maybe,
Yeah, I'll do what I have
or
to do.
maybe, because I got Mangyoku Sharingan.
True. Maybe
So I
you can
see
break through my
through you.
ego.
You tear a hole in fabric.
You can do that, man. If you have Mangyoku, you can do that to a guy who is doing Tsukuyomi to you and then see through, man.
I mean, you have Izanagi lah.
No, unless you're
Unless we
because
just-
Sasuke's regular Sharingan, so you can break through Suku.
Yeah, what?
Is it?
Yeah, when he was fighting Itachi, what?
What the fuck? I didn't know this.
What's your
Bro.
favorite Naruto character?
Jiraiya?
Without hesitation.
Oh, that's a quick answer, man.
No, Jiraiya is no doubt,
What
man.
about you?
I need more thought also. Bro, these are all meaningful questions. You can't just willy-nilly answer them. What the fuck?
What about you, MC?
Gara.
What?
No, I wouldn't expect that.
I don't
Gara.
know.
When I saw Gara, I'm like,
Jen's favorite is Gaara.
fucking cool, bro, Gara.
You
Then, you know when you fight Deidara?
Shikamaru.
Shikamaru.
Because smart motherfucker.
Smart
Bro, when you fight Deidara, he's so cool, bro. You know what he say? Birds like this don't fly in the desert. Settle, win inside 200 IQ.
Correct. But he still lost the story.
Yeah, but he lost to protect the damn
Correct,
country,
that's
bro.
true. And he even pulled the sand back.
Yeah,
Instead of
and
dumping
then
on the
only
village.
he died, bro. My lord.
Fucking champion. True that.
But Gaara, why?
He's so cool.
He doesn't
His
say
haircut
much,
looks
right?
terrible.
He's just chill, action.
His
That's
haircut
it.
looks terrible after when you become Kazekage.
Yeah, everybody haircut look like shit after Shippuden, after the become Hokage. Look at Naruto.
No, I like Naruto's haircut.
I expected him to be some badass shit.
Have you seen Jiraiya in Boruto?
He came back to life.
Isn't he dead?
My nigga.
Yo.
Yeah, dude, Jiraiya's hair right in Boruto right, it's like man bun, you know.
Wait.
He tie his hair back.
wait.
He kind of ties it also, right?
No, but his one is tie and then fluff.
Missing the
But
point, he's dead.
Yeah,
No,
he's dead.
but
Justin, wait first, you what? How is Jiraiya alive? No, because it's podcast about Justin, but we put that whole
Yeah, they're
we
more
got-
important.
Yeah, we got some things right now.
Yeah.
How Jiraiya?
I don't know the specifics per se, but I know Sasuke go back in time with Boruto.
Oh, I saw that one.
No, wait,
Oh.
fucker, let me finish, okay? After he goes back in time, they try to talk and then survive in the era or whatever fuck, but actually there is an antagonist which is a bad guy. There's actually Jiraiya.
There's time travel in Naruto?
In Boruto, yes.
Because Sasuke is just
It's not
OP
the
as
same.
fuck.
It's not the
It's
same.
not the same.
It's not the same. It's not that great, but the drawing style is so different because it's a different artist. But Jiraiya is actually a clone of Jiraiya, so you get to see the evil side.
Evil Jiraiya.
Yeah. He's got a mask and everything. When you remove, right, then you can see the mole on the nose. Then you're like, what the fuck? That's Jiraiya, way. Yeah.
Impactful.
Yes. What are we talking about again? What the fuck?
I have no idea how we came to Naruto.
Suddenly, this Justin lah, fucker, you gonna spring
Oh,
these very deep questions.
Oh, I can kiss ass. I can kiss ass.
Ah,
Oh,
kiss
right.
that. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so I was saying Andrew can kiss ass very well. But you know right, actually my mom and my uncle actively take me out of accounts where they know I cannot deal with that bullshit.
Accounts as in like
The
sales.
client.
The
Oh,
client.
Okay.
So there are a few clients that, as you know, are not exactly very reasonable.
Yep.
And for me, right, I think it's legit impossible for me, right, to kiss ass. Okay?
Okay.
And number two,
You're saying you're very straightforward.
I'm a very straightforward person. If I tell you it's not a good idea in my, like, hey John, what do you think? I think it's a shit idea lah.
Some people might take that the wrong way, right?
Yes. But like, in my opinion, there can be better ideas.
Mm.
And I think this is a bit more effective. But if you really think so, and you're willing to hold the responsibility to this idea, sure, we
You're
can
like
carry
Chris
it.
Pratt right now, bro. You know Chris Pratt talking to Iron Man. I know your idea, but from my idea, it's better. You know, you remember?
No, but I will say that if you're willing to take the responsibility of the idea, then go for it lah.
Mm.
But this is my advice, and I will tell you that. That's it. I will not fight you or I will not argue with you. Because sometimes maybe the idea is better, really. And maybe it's just me being very shallow and naive to not know the idea is better. But I'll tell you straight up my perspective. Like my mom asked me, do you think this dress looks nice? I'm like, no, it looks quite bad.
Oh, you're still alive.
Standard answer.
Savage motherfucker.
Yeah, even when clients ask me that question, I'm like, it's not really that good.
But some clients really value the
Yes.
straightforwardness and
Yes,
honesty.
which is my strength in that sense because there are some clients that I have very close relationships with and they tell me like, I actually really appreciate your feedback.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Some can easily see through like the bullshit. Oh,
Yes.
your
I
thing
hate
looks
that
so
shit.
Nice. So I try to balance between the two lah.
Yeah. Okay.
Not too extreme.
Have you ever rolled your eyes in the client meeting? Because I have plenty of times.
Like
And then they're like, I think John can come with this meeting. Cannot.
I think cause I don't have so major meetings.
No, I
with
roll my
clients.
eye and turn the chair, you know. Like,
you can see why your mom.
You're a badass.
Yeah, you can see why your mom is trying to do that to save the fucking company, bro. You're gonna destroy this shit.
you
man.
see, it's okay. I'm not blaming them or anything, okay. But I don't know whether you take things from your mom and dad in business, good and bad sometimes.
Yeah, the good and bad.
Right. So my mom.
Definitely, I don't take the part where they
Ask people
do
to-
actions based on emotion
Ah,
rather
that
than
one
logic.
no. That one no.
Right, but I feel like that's very common in older generation
Oh,
bosses.
of course.
Yeah.
It's a product of their time.
Yeah, it's their upbringing. It's probably how their parents educated them.
And I think
as
it's
well.
also media, so like we kind of watch a lot of shit, and then we see a lot of good leaders that we respect.
Exposed, right?
Like if you looked at Junkit, you know, the previous podcast we done, you respect him so much. You're like, my god, this guy is so fucking insightful. He's got so much like depth of thought
Yeah.
into practicing how he leads his team. But then you look at like your current person that you're working under, and you're like, I don't know how to respect you lah. Fuck. And that's how I feel a lot of times.
Mm.
But when they do show that value of experience and all that, then you're like, wow, fuck.
Yeah,
You
but
understand.
it's also the balance of being too nice,
Yeah.
which is something I struggle with because there's always that
Pushover
line.
lah.
Yeah,
Justin is way too nice.
Are you a yes man?
I used to be. So
Now you're a maybe
like,
man.
Even when the staff
50%.
when the staff asks for help, then I would just do the work for them,
Yes, same here. No?
right? Which shouldn't be the case.
Correct.
Because if not, they won't grow and they won't improve.
Yep, that is a symptom of a lot of things, especially within our time.
Yeah, and you cannot be too strict like the olden style of management. It's like you do this, you do this, you do this. Don't ask so many questions. And if you screw up, then I'm gonna come after you.
Yes, fuck
Right.
all you.
Yes.
But actually, a lot of I don't know about you, but in your company, right? But
Yeah.
mine, right? Actually, there are people who really want that. They
Yeah.
just want an
Different
order.
people actually like different management styles.
Yeah.
One style doesn't work for everybody.
Yeah, but for me, it's
Yeah.
like I feel so bad if I have to ask people to do some shit lah.
You
Like
feel
if-
guilty, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
legit feel
Yeah.
guilty.
Yeah.
You feel like I don't deserve to ask you to do something.
Ask is more like tell,
Yeah,
right?
tell you to do something.
Yeah.
I feel very uncomfortable doing that also, but I'm working more on it now.
I think it's also because it's family business, so it's like you are the son of the owner.
Yeah.
So when you tell someone, it feels like it holds a lot more weight than
Yes.
if a regular colleague tells you. I really feel that way lah.
Yes.
So when I ask people to do a quotation, because I'm doing the proposal, like the deck and all that to beautify and all that, hey, can you do the quotation? I feel fucking bad, They're like, oh, okay, no, I do. And then when they say that, you're like, okay, I do the quotation. So
In a way, they kind of have no choice.
yeah, but I think when they do see your strengths, that's when they truly respect you, lah, right?
Yes, correct.
But it's that I think like what Andrew said is true. It's
And
like
it,
you
it takes a long time to build that rapport with them. That
Mm.
respect is like it's earned, so it takes time before they truly see you as someone capable and not just as the boss son.
Ayo, that one very tough for me lah. They forever see it as boss son lah.
Then just live with it, bro. Like for me, my friend all call me black last time. I don't like it. Then I take it to my advantage. That's why I'm MC Black.
Yeah, he embraces it.
You embrace that shit, bro.
Metaphorical but true.
Some people like if they have a family business, they come in straight away get a high position. Then they're okay with I'm the boss. I tell you to tell you.
Yeah.
But I'm not like that.
I also cannot.
Yeah, I think it's not just with family business. I think maybe worse in family businesses. But I struggle with that too. Yeah, fucking corporate.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's clear fucking structure, but I still feel very insecure about giving people work.
Is it?
Yeah. Until at some point I had to have a one-on-one with my boss because he's like saying this doesn't make sense.
You're too,
Yeah,
you're too good. You're too nice.
shit just doesn't make sense. Right? It's just plain and simple, right? Then if you don't delegate, then at some point you'll burn out. Then you leave.
But I have this.
There's no way.
I don't know whether it's the same for you all, right? But I have this like spark, right? Where like sometimes I like fuck it. I need to. I know I cannot do alone. Right? Fuck it. I say, hey, you all do this. Then I
Yeah,
fucking-
when you're like
It's
pushed to the
crunch
corner,
time,
you
right?
have no choice. Then
But,
you'll do it.
yeah, but when you have the time, then you're like, oh,
But you really shouldn't reach that breaking point, right? You should be pacing yourself, right?
Yeah.
You have a nice,
Ideally,
nice
right?
action list, right? You clearly distribute it, right?
You
Very
don't
very
like
nice
to
tasks.
Distribute work,
Then it's also like once you distribute and they don't do the job,
How do you
they don't
fucking-
do it up to par.
Yeah.
Then what? How do you manage
I
that?
basically
as
don't
well?
sleep the night and do that job lah.
No,
Yeah.
I think I think it's more of the interval of when you give them the work and when they give you the work. It's
Yeah.
how you manage
I
that
think
interval.
one really good way is to trust the person enough to let them do the job, but just check in with them periodically.
correct.
Hey, do you need any help with this? How's it going?
Yeah, yeah.
And not just toss it to them and expect them to know exactly what they
return.
want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how I tend to approach it nowadays.
That's how I try to. I have terrible memory, and then it's like once I give it, then it's like there's so many things.
Yeah, right. Then
Yeah,
you forget, right?
Yeah, I sure dropped the ball on something.
And if something goes wrong, you're the one
Yep.
responsible for
Dead.
it.
So
I have a fucking
Okay,
checklist.
So right now, right? So we're talking about job delegation and everything, right?
Yeah.
So right now, safe to say that you are the one overseeing most of the movement in the company. Is it safe to say?
I'm still learning.
Still learning?
Yeah.
From your dad, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm still progressing slowly year by year. So every year, definitely the responsibilities will be more and more, which is the point of being in a family business because you are so exposed to every single department, right? Every shit becomes your shit.
I feel like I haven't learned enough now, but
Wait, so how do you handle staff? Do you handle them as your current position, or do you handle them as they are working in your company?
I try to
Or-
treat them more as colleagues, which sometimes has gotten me in trouble because then they think they become
Take
too
advantage of
close
you.
to you and then they can make special requests of you. So now I started to draw the line a little bit more, keep it a lot more professional. So last time my mindset is like the leadership mindset lah, like oh you gotta do the work with them and all.
Uh-huh.
But now I try to hit the balance between being a boss and being a manager.
dude, that's the same as me. Actually, I feel it's very tough to draw the line because when you have like conversations,
Right. Especially for those staff that's been there for like 20, 30 years, right?
Yeah.
They're already set in
Yeah.
their ways there. So how do you try to change something that's been set for so long? It's very, very difficult.
I'm kind of curious, Justin. Do you ever, or are there any staff, like not related to the family, who you really look up to, and what kind of people are they?
Yeah, definitely.
Joseph.
The nice thing about my company, which there's an initiative I started on Facebook, which is to recognize the staff with more than 10 years of service. So it's a way to give them appreciation and honor their service. So we have like 20 staff that have been with us for more than 10 years.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Did you give them
Great
a printer?
it's damn good retention, we.
Yeah, there's something about the way that my parents run the company that is it's not so strict like a corporate. It still feels like a family business. Still feels like a family.
Mm.
So I think that's why the staff like they stay
Stay.
so long with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they work really incredibly hard. So that's the first thing that I wanted to do was to show them the appreciation that they deserve.
So you take them go to a bar and then bubble tea lah.
No, it's just
I buy bubble tea for them though.
Bubble tea. Hey, Tiger Sugar.
I buy
ah.
Tiger Sugar.
Yeah, bro, my favorite client, bro. Tiger Sugar number one.
I feel like I don't do that enough, way maybe.
I think you should do that.
It's
Yeah.
like besides the monetary stuff, it's also recognizing their
Effort.
effort that,
Correct.
that
Yeah.
I think they will appreciate a lot.
I think more than 20 staff saying 10 years or greater is
Phenomenal.
speaks for itself, man.
Oh,
You
shit,
a lot of people can
bro.
say, my company's culture is fucking great,
Yeah.
it's completely sustainable.
But the
we're doing
people
a
that
great
stay
job.
are a testament.
That's it.
Mm.
It speaks for themselves.
And the company doesn't run without them.
Mm.
But have you looked into a replacement though? I mean,
But you look up to someone like Andrew said.
oh yeah.
What kind of person is that you look up to?
Basically the one that is really, really committed to their job
Shikamaru.
and does the best that they can do. So they might not be superb at their job, but they put maximum effort. Yeah, that's the
Mm.
type of character that I look for. Someone who gives their all for the company.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is very, very, very difficult to find out.
Are you sure you're a Liverpool supporter? Because that sounds like a Man United supporter.
Yeah. this guy's a Liverpool supporter.
Yeah.
But congrats. But there's not one person now. It's a
there
few
are a
lah.
few. Yeah.
Few.
Yeah. And mainly because of their character.
Oh.
It's more character based.
Have you fired anyone before?
What the
or not?
fuck?
Yeah,
Oh,
I got to
yeah.
ask. I have to ask.
Not personally,
So
but
yes.
yeah, not personally. I've never
Wait,
fired.
how do you indirectly fire someone?
Yeah.
Because I'm HR, I prepare all the.
Oh, we forgot that he's
so
HR.
I know about them.
Wait, so you have fired someone before? Fuck me, dude.
Paperwork wise,
Paperwork
Or
wise,
just
lah.
the paperwork, you went.
And also, if there's anything that needs to be done, like if they go report us to the court and all, so I'll be the one who goes
Liaises
and,
with
and
the-
settles.
Fuck.
It makes it sound so easy. It's hardly easy.
Especially my company is we have 6 locations, so it's like HQ and then Penang, JB, Kuantan, Ipoh, Malacca.
Oh my fucking god.
So now
Why lah?
I travel a
You have to
lot.
travel a lot.
Travel
I know.
lah.
So if you thought like
It's a
managing
business.
one spot is difficult, imagine trying to manage 6 different locations.
Can lah.
Can you? I can't even imagine the people you meet though.
Why?
Because okay, I don't know about your company dynamic, but mine is a lot of like Chinese ad people.
Okay.
So it's very difficult for me to connect with these Chinese ad people because I am not Chinese ad.
Just go
Hence they totally like draw that line, right? I can argue.
Yeah, you can't really like click
Gel.
with them, right?
I can even argue, right? Because I have a couple of Indian colleagues and the Malay colleagues.
You're closer to them.
They are closer to them, and also it's a because child of owner, right? So maybe that's why they draw the line. But at the same time, because of that relationship they have within themselves, they have a better relationship with the suppliers as well.
Yes.
So that's my the difficulty I face also. But I can't even imagine 6 places, dude. Fuck me dead, dude. That one is like
Can lah, bro. It's just the things you need to do.
Yeah, but I feel, I mean, it's a way to push yourself as
Yeah.
well. Like. So eventually, like you want to grow and keep growing and cover more the entire Malaysia. I mean, that's the ultimate goal.
Dude, I gotta ask, right? When do you think you'll be ready to take over?
I don't think you're ever you're ever ready, right?
Yeah.
It's like you don't just wake up one day and then become Hokage.
Yeah. I think it's not that when you're ready it happens. It's when it happens you
better be
get
ready.
ready.
Yeah.
You are as ready as you can possibly be at that point.
Dude,
So,
I legit feel I will never be able to take.
Because if you think about it now, right, you have 28 staff to take care. Then my company has 120 people in the company. So it's like 120 people depend on your your decision.
I mean,
and your
their
management
life, you know.
for their livelihood.
Their life, you know. Wow,
So it's a big responsibility.
120. Is this post MCO or pre MCO?
Actually, MCO we didn't retrench
Didn't retrench anyone. How
And
the
we
fuck
didn't cut anybody's
did you-
salary.
Oh, because everybody need to print more, you know. So business was good lah.
Actually, no.
You know?
No,
Nobody's
actually
printing
business
anything. No more
was
printing, man.
affected.
Why would you?
of course.
Why?
Yeah, if
Go for
like
both,
his
right?
revenue comes from people printing. with
Yeah.
this-
Oh
with this
yeah,
meter.
sorry. See lah. Go ahead.
But we are lucky because for the printer and photocopier industry, it's everybody needs a printer. Every company needs a
There's a need.
photocopier.
Yeah.
So we are pretty spread out in so many different industries. So those that are hit, we suffer because of that. But there are some industries that do really well, like gloves manufacturing.
Oh yeah, man. So it makes up
And-
for the.
Correct. So it
It's a
kind
contra
of
lah.
yeah
Contra.
contra outs.
Sure.
So
Oh,
in
that's
that way
nice.
we are
Dude, you
lucky.
should totally fucking do investment, way.
Yeah.
I feel.
Relax.
I was no. He told me that he's interested in stock.
Take it easy.
Investment.
You should call. You should
I'm
go
not.
to MJFIR.
L.co.
You know, but relax. First, you need to do is save.
Yeah.
But
I've
I
actually
feel
been
like-
doing investment since graduating.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You invest what on yourself?
Myself.
Justin is where he is right now. Is where I will be in the next 15 years. he's just like 4 steps ahead of me, right? So now I just need to copy him. Then I'm smooth sailing all the way.
Wow, fuck! You've been doing investing so long, right?
No, about just 3 years.
When you're,
Invest
20,
on
when you're
what?
25, right? That's a huge
It's
percentage
like
of your life.
Yeah.
mutual stocks.
Or stocks and
Yeah.
stuff. Bro, this is just business mind, bro. It's just
No, but
finding ways on how you could.
If you think about it, like that's a big advantage for you because you deal with so many industries.
I'm fortunate that I'm in business. I'm in business in general. So my whole life is going around money, how to make money, how to save money, and all this. Whereas I think a lot of people they only start investing maybe in their 30s.
Yeah, man.
Because once they graduate, they come out, they get a job, they want to spend it, right? It's the first time you earn money.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
want to spend it. Whereas, like you said, we're a little bit more privileged. So we have the money. So my thinking is,
Make more
why
money.
don't I make use of the money instead of spending it?
Oh.
So that's been my mentality.
I feel like I wish I had more maturity than that.
No,
But it's never too late to start.
He just know what he needs to
I
do.
feel like I needed more maturity.
I think like he knows what he needs to do. That's it.
My priority every year is I need to go to Japan only.
Yeah, maybe you change your priority.
I'm a
then
simple
I
man.
think if you change your priority to like maybe in 3 years now got 3 kids, I think your priority will change then.
Oh, for sure, for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
it's just the
that's a
mindset
different-
lah. I can see this guy knows what he want. He was put on the hot plate, bro. That's just the vibe I'm getting, you know. He was put into the hot plate, run and survive.
I don't think hot plate lah.
Is that the wrong term? That put
But
hot
I
lava or some
think I
shit?
think it's a tough time also nevertheless lah.
I
but-
think it's upbringing also. It's like all these values that your parents pass on to you, and then you try to make the best.
so
of it.
actually it's not that
I
bad.
think you'll do well.
It's just that the method in which did your dad actually explain to you when he put you
No.
into stock room all that? No.
No.
Oh.
In fact,
Just
I
die.
think it was my mom who noticed that I was going through a very, very tough period. So he said, hey, why don't you take a step back from sales and why don't you help me out in the store? So my dad didn't even really know about it until one day he caught me like lifting the boxes and he's like, oh, you're doing that.
Actually, that's such a man thing. You're like, what the fuck are you doing this?
Yeah, doing that.
Then you're like, mommy say.
Something like that lah. But I think my mom explained to him so he understood and he sort of changed also, so he would like last time he never asked me like, oh, how you doing and all that, but now he would like ask me, oh, how's work, how you doing, and like I said this year he said, oh, very proud of what you're doing.
How you felt when you say that? Fucking amazing, right?
Shed a tear.
Bro, I shed a tear too.
I think the only compliment Dad has given me this year was
This year, that's the time constraint you're gonna give.
actually no lah.
Mine is fucking my life, bro. That's the time constraint, man.
I think yeah lah, actually the last compliment my dad gave me was
The podcast on the website, is it?
no he said good recommendation, John, for Korean barbecue because you saved me a lot of money.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, I think it's hard for them to as
Yeah,
Asians,
yeah.
right? They
Right.
don't when
My
they want
mom
to
is very
express
different though.
love.
My mom is very different though.
Oh, she actually does lah.
Dude,
My
that-
mom is also same.
Yeah.
Yeah. my
But
mom's
generally,
also
women
same.
are just more empathetic.
But
right?
Fufu also
Yeah.
does that though. He said very good at that. Then I like wow. Then actually when they give it to you so easily, right? So this is a
It
contrast.
lose meaning. Right?
Yeah, for me I'm like no. Actually my shit is quite bad. I feel like it could be better.
Yeah.
Then it
No,
totally
you're just saying that to be nice.
yeah. So for me I'm constantly like fucking myself when I'm like inside. No lah, it's not good enough. It's not good
So
enough.
you mentioned you deal with like suppliers and all,
Ah.
especially those Chinese and one, right? You speak English?
Okay, so I think this is where it's a strength and a weakness.
Okay.
Because what my strategy is when I speak to people who can't speak English very well is that, bro, your Chinese very pro, your English not so pro. My English pro, my Chinese not pro. But we work together, this job show them pro. Because we make up for each other's downfalls. So it's okay, I half Chinese, half English, then you half Chinese,
just
half
speak
English.
Malay?
Then after that, in the end, our Chinese and English will improve. So that's why my Cantonese has improved a lot.
Oh, because you speak to the
Yes, to suppliers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And their English also improves as a result of dealing with me. So that's why they like, !aiyo! Very mafan deal with John lah. But no choice then, like that lor. But
Yeah.
it's definitely difficult. But I think their pro in seeing in me is that they can convey their message to me to convey to the client very effectively. Because the client trusts me because I can speak English very well.
Maybe that makes you different also. Maybe they are
Yeah.
very used to just speaking Chinese with
Yes.
the suppliers.
So a lot of my teammates right now they're like, hey John, you face the client can I'm like, can no face the client lah.
Yeah.
To me it's no big deal, right? And the client will trust me, right? Because I am not half-hearted about anything. I'm very straight cut. I'll say no, it's not. Why you do this? You waste money. What the fuck? You must do this, right? They're like, oh yeah. Then I tell the supplier lor, like, this one right, you just do like that only. Save money. Then they're okay.
I think one of the weakness that I have is I'm a banana. So I don't speak much Mandarin and very little Cantonese. So me and Andrew are actually working on that. We go for Mandarin
Yes,
classes.
yes.
Oh, he's the friend. He's the friend.
He mentioned.
That's the one and only, bro. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Like,
I think your Mandarin is way better than
So
hers.
who are you? Let's go. Means
No, but the
stop
difference is
Mandarin.
it's easier for him to learn Mandarin than us. Do you know why?
What the fuck?
Expectations.
Yes, it's expectations.
Right.
Because when you look at a Chinese person,
Huh? You don't speak Mandarin,
Ah,
ah?
you
You're
不知道
Chinese, but you don't speak
难教, bro. I
Mandarin.
get the same shit from Indian people, bro.
Do you speak that?
but you don't speak
So
Tamil.
you're coconut.
Yeah.
Ah.
Mangosteen lah. I know since I'm a bit darker. It's the same. It's the same, bro.
That's
I
the first time.
understand, but I'm talking about
heard that.
Mandarin. I'm talking about Mandarin. So when it's easier for you to learn Mandarin because when people listen to you speak Mandarin, they're like, give him a break lah.
How do you feel? I mean, growing up, especially when people say that to you, like.
I feel extremely agitated, aggressive, and I want to throw a plate at their face.
Ask me a question. Ask me.
How about you?
I don't give a fuck.
Do they say that to
They
you?
just say, why you cannot speak Tamil? Your father, because my father from Tamil school. I can't speak lah.
You they never tried to teach you. Or?
I just didn't give a shit.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
But you know, there was one time my mom actually spoke to me in the office, and I don't know it was a Cantonese word.
Okay.
So I said something in Cantonese, and then the person replied, and I was like, what does that mean? Then she's like, huh? That one also you don't know? Ah?
Oh.
She said it out loud. Wow, dude, I straight turned my chair around, mom. When in France, who the fuck order all the food? When in Japan, who the fuck deal all the suppliers? Ah.
I feel the anger.
Yeah, I'm damn pissed. I'm
Can
so
feel.
pissed. But it's because it's total ignorance, right, to me. But of course, it's a cultural thing, like, if you think about it. If you look at Mandarin, it's always like an emperor thing. Only the educated speak Mandarin and read and write. But if you go to the lower class farmers in China, they don't know how to read and write. Right?
But do you ever wish you had learned it?
Of course, I think if you learned any language, even if it's Arabic at this point,
It's
a total
advantage,
advantage, right? But it's just like there's no empathy, right? Like, I don't make fun of your English if you say something wrong.
Yeah, that's very true.
In fact,
We don't
if
say like, hey, why your English like that?
yeah, but I empathize with it
Yeah.
because I would like to think that if a person doesn't speak that language well,
He's-
that means the
he
person
knows
knows
something.
another language.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
And to me, communication is key. So as long as the message comes across, I'm like, whatever lah, right? All these motherfuckers think they're all high and mighty. We're Mandarin,
all
them,
just
them
But
pro.
sometimes that's what they think about us also, like, wow, they're so high and mighty that they don't want to learn Mandarin. They think English is superior.
I
That's-
think that's the general
Yeah,
perception.
but of course their education is not enough to understand that maybe they all just went through a different path of life. And
Mm.
like, if you go to like certain parts in the world, like in the US, for example, like fucking Indiana or some fuck like that, I'm pretty sure you're gonna find a fucking Asian there that doesn't know how to speak Chinese also, right?
Mm.
Similarly, in Africa, you would find an Asian guy that can speak French and some other African language, and the guy
Yeah.
wouldn't even know fucking English. I don't know.
Depends a lot on where you
Yeah.
grew up and
It's just
your,
total
your
ignorance,
experience lah.
Yeah, but the fact that they put you down because of that and you don't put them down, it's like, dude, what the fuck?
Mm. I used to think exactly like you, to the fact that I was pretty anti learning Mandarin
Uh-huh.
because I used to think that English is better,
Mm.
but now I changed my mindset that I want to actually learn Mandarin.
Definitely, this is a more mature person.
Yeah. I think Justin and I were just having this conversation over lunch,
Yeah.
which I find very, very humorous.
Yeah. Instead of trying to oppose it and feel agitated, I
Embrace it.
embrace it and take it as motivation.
What's
to
your Chinese
learn.
name?
Yeah, Chen Wei.
Embrace the Chen Wei, bro.
Can say that also lah.
Mm.
I think
Right, there's always two ways.
it's gonna be
to-
so beneficial. It's gonna be so beneficial when you're talking to your staff, right? Like sometimes if
Yeah.
if some of your staff can't speak Mandarin, then you take the initiative to learn. I think they feel more
Oh, for sure,
belonging to
for
you.
sure. I am totally on
Yeah.
everybody's side here. For sure.
But are you still not gonna learn Mandarin? That's right.
Not now lah.
Never. The answer is never.
I don't think it's never lah. Like, I was speaking to Jen about this also because I want to talk to her in Mandarin, right? She's like,
Yeah.
I don't want lah. Just speak to me in English lah.
I think she give up.
But if you think about it, right? I was talking to her about this very funny.
She give up, bro. She's like, fuck
No
off.
lah.
Yeah, stop joking lah.
Literally, don't joke lah. That's
I don't know
why.
about
lah,
Yuan.
stop.
I don't know about Yuan, right? But
Yeah.
like, Jen is like, I don't want lah. Then I was thinking in my head, you know, how is it like, right? Imagine if, okay, so let's say you're having sex with your partner, right?
Oh, wait.
And
Let's
then,
see.
right? No, wait.
Booyah,
Hear me out.
Booyah.
How do you think it's different if you suddenly started speaking Mandarin?
I think she will burst out laughing.
Bro, I honestly legit think, right? She'll feel like she's getting raped.
Bro, what are you gonna say to her? What are you
lah, I
gonna
wouldn't
wait,
escalate it
wait,
to
John,
that.
John, wait. I want to know what you're gonna say.
How the?
Wait, so you're gonna be like, baby.
Wow, 热的.
Is that gonna be your next vlog? You should vlog
Her
it.
is hot or something, right?
很热.
You can say, oh, I need a pigu.
You know, I don't know lah. That's why I was telling her about this. Then she's like, I think we need to stop this conversation.
Yeah, she was right. You should stop the conversation. Wait, your girlfriend can speak Mandarin, is it?
Yeah, she's really, really
Bro,
good at that.
all our girlfriends can speak
Chinese
Mandarin. John,
and-
can your girlfriend speak Mandarin?
Yes.
We are the complete. We are basically the same demographic. at
Is
this
he a
point.
banana also?
Yeah.
Dude, OUG clan with banana.
No, I think
Right,
it's all
right.
about the guys. Why us guys can't?
I think we're too fucking stubborn as kids.
Yeah, it's
That's the
like
problem,
they,
you know?
your parents want you to learn no.
Then you
Yeah,
like,
you
no.
just-
Oppose.
It's rebellious, right?
Yeah,
you
and then we screw ourselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Then you fuck yourself over, then 25 years old, you learn Mandarin. Fucking G-by donkey.
What? Wait, you're married?
25 years old, then you
learn
Okay,
Mandarin.
okay.
No lah, you can't see it that way. I think it's a pro and con. Like you learn a certain element about yourself also, ma.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's
You may not learn the language, but like you know how to say no, how to be more aggressive versus the girls who just succumb to it. There is a different character that you learn. If you I don't know about your girlfriends lah, but Jen is a very passive person. She'll just say yes. She'll just do the work. She'll just. But versus us, we are very aggressive. We're like, no, I don't want to do it because I feel like it's not right. You stand for something. You have more principles. You have beliefs and all that.
I don't know,
I think
man.
To me lah, at least. I feel I'm a very aggressive person in that sense. When I say no means no lah, fuck it lah, I don't want to do it. But if you say, John, you have to do, I'm like, why? I'm
You
willing
question lah,
Yeah,
as opposed
sure.
to like, okay,
I legit, I still fucking remember the day, right? My dad asked me, why you don't learn Mandarin?
No, what you say?
I was in
say?
3 KL,
Then you say fuck you.
okay? And then I was standard 1. And then my dad asked, why you don't learn Mandarin? I'm like, it's difficult. Then he's like, but you will learn a new language. And that's very helpful. I already know Malay, man. Then he's like, yeah,
That's a
but
good
you...
answer though.
Yeah. Then he's like, but you can learn 3. Why are you so greedy?
I don't know what you're thinking.
And then he's like, I'm just gonna write you a letter. You just give to your principal. So I went to my principal's office. His name is Mr. Koo, I still remember. Sat in front of Mr. Koo is wearing a suit,
okay.
okay? And I'm just this little tiny kid sitting in front of him. It's a big chair. Then he's in front of Mr. Koo. Mr. Koo looks at the paper. Wait, you don't learn Mandarin. Then I'm like, this is very difficult. Then he's like, but it's part of the syllabus. And you learn a new language. I'm like, I already know Malay.
Wow.
Then he's
Mr.
like,
Koo is basically that lah.
then Mr. Koo was like, but you can learn another. Why are you so greedy? Then he's like,
Wow, that's how you get away with anything.
I learned how to
right?
debate. I learned how to ask questions. Right?
Bro,
And you know, until
That
today,
ain't no debate, bro.
you know when my dad, my dad always tells me things like
Yeah.
stories, history. I'm like, what do you mean? Why? What do you mean? Why? I keep asking. Then one day he got really pissed. He was like, wait, stop asking me what you mean. Stop asking me why. Then I like,
Don't say why, bro.
then you damn lazy, way. And that's when I started figuring things out my own lah. I started questioning things. You know, right? When I was, I know I'm going too far away, but like when I was much younger, I started to question myself a lot.
Oh,
Like,
here we
why?
go again.
Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? Why am I... And that's when I started asking so many questions, right? Like, why do people have religion actually? Then initially I wanted to be a Christian because it was cool to wear a cross. I was like, whoa,
Same.
looks sick.
It's the accessory, right?
Yeah, it's the accessory, you know. I'm like, damn, it looks
Turns
dope.
out you can wear it with no consequences.
Unless you wear it upside down, then that one's a bit fucked up.
No, man, that shit is conjuring.
Yeah, so I was asking all these questions. Then I was like, why do people need to be tied down? And I started asking more questions versus being a follow. Like I just say, okay, I listen.
But that's not really the Asian culture, right?
That's
Asian
why.
culture is like comply to everything.
And
And don't stand
Yeah,
out.
and you know when you were younger and you said you wanted to go to US,
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to go to US when I was 7.
I don't know what you were doing in 7 lah, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I was watching Sailor Moon, Doraemon.
I also was watching cartoons,
Yeah.
but when I was watching cartoons, I asked myself, I wonder how they did those cartoons.
I answer my. I
You're
ask
naturally
myself,
very
how
curious.
can
I'm a
I
very
take
curious
Sailor
person.
Moon?
I actually like this podcast, and I thought about it like when we started the podcast and capital sessions and all that shit, right? Because I felt like if we have different people on, I really want to know why and how and all these things. I'm just a genuinely curious person, lah. And that all started because I can ask questions, but
Yeah.
a lot of people didn't dare to ask questions.
Yeah.
And I legit think this maybe until today, like maybe I'm the only human being and everybody else are robots and they're just testing me.
John, let me just tell you something. You are right.
See?
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure everyone's thought that way before.
Yeah.
It's very common.
I came
Because everybody follows, and I'm like,
Or we're all in like some
Simulation.
matrix
Yeah, yeah,
simulation,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Inside the simulation, inside the simulation,
Sure,
inside
sure,
the
sure.
simulation.
Yeah, yeah.
so
It's
that-
never ending,
I
right?
wanted to ask him a question. Since it's I asked both of you lah. Since it's the family business, right?
Yeah.
Have any of your relative or your father, brother, mother, whoever try to come over and say, "Hey, I want to take over the business"?
Any relatives that came in and asked, I want to take
I
over.
think he has a uncle.
My uncle and my aunt take over the business.
I mean, like trying to take over from your dad. Your dad don't.
Oh,
pass
you
over
mean
to
like
you.
arguments and all?
Yes, you know. I mean, it's a family business, but shit like this
Confirm got
might
argument.
happen, right? Oh,
I think that would happen if, let's say, the siblings started the company together, but it's just my dad himself started it, so it has nothing to do with the rest of
so
the
they have
siblings.
no touch on
But
it.
I know what you mean
Yes,
because
yes,
I
yes.
know a lot of companies actually they tear themselves apart because all the
Internal, yeah.
siblings or the kids start to fight over the company.
Over a share.
Yeah, which is also one of the worry that going forward. that-
MEP was very different though. MEP was I think it's considered family business because my grandma used to own like a car repair shop, and then she said that, oh, I want to give the car repair shop to you guys.
Mm.
My mom was like, fuck no, I don't repair cars, what the fuck.
So you
Right?
did events.
She was in hospitality, like hotels and stuff. And then my uncle was doing law, so he was doing law in Singapore. And then my aunt was doing accountancy in the UK. My mom also went to UK.
Mm.
Then when my mom came back, she did hospitality, and she's like, hey, fuck hospitality lah. This fucking hotel booking mark, right? They all every time have to do the same shit, right? You know, smile, kiss ass, kiss. I fuck that shit. I want to be served, not to serve. So she like started MEP, which is basically serving also to clients.
Nice.
But
Perfect plan.
You live to see
Well
yourself
executed.
become the
The
bad
villain.
guy, the villain. Yeah.
now the hotel serve her, and the
Just the hotels lah.
no, actually a lot of suppliers also ma.
But everyone has a boss lah. I think fundamentally.
Or you
this
could
is,
just go to a hotel on your own.
But but the key thing I can see why lah, but also I can see the downfall lah, is that she gets to have her ideas put out there lah in a way, right? It's her own idea. She just has to sell that idea. People say yes, and then she finds the people to do it for her lah.
It takes a certain type of person to say that I want to start my own business, right?
Bro, confirm.
Because not everybody can own their own business. Some people are just like born to work.
I think
at a
Andrew got
company.
that internal
What?
fire thing
Born to what?
to create something, his own business. I feel like he got more
Right?
of my mom
Yeah.
than myself.
I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
John feels so much about you.
Yeah, I actually I admire Andrew in a lot of things that he has. I don't.
Andrew
have.
don't even know he has that, I think.
Yeah, I'm not doing a very good job in a lot of
Yeah.
things.
John feels a lot for you, then you feel a lot for yourself, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Damn.
That's true.
Fuck.
But then again, I think that's what we always see in other people. It's like what we portray.
Yeah.
Correct. But when
yeah.
we think of ourselves, we tend to put ourselves down.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct,
I think
correct.
that's very, very normal.
It's normal lah.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying I don't do that. Think
Because you think great already.
I aspire to have that confidence, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
I don't know lah.
I fail miserably.
Wait, to go back to the family thing, sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
So in the end, my mom was doing the events thing, and then my uncle decided, fuck law, you want to do together or not, the events. Then my mom was like, okay lah, then we just do it together.
Did he
lah,
just
the
say
owner.
fuck law because it was too hard, or he just want to
No, he already graduated.
Oh, he
Oh,
graduated.
I
He
thought
just
he said-
didn't want to
continue law.
He wanted to work in law, then open a law firm and all that, but he was like, but if I can help your so you know the car story earlier, so my grandma sold off the car business to
Okay.
give the money to open MEP lah. And technically it's a family business that stemmed from a car business.
You know what? From
And
a
that car
know
business
that.
was opened by my grandfather who
from,
passed away.
from a family business point of view, right? What is the future of the printing? Yeah, for you.
Mhm.
I mean, right now, we're very tech savvy and shit, right?
Yes.
Like most of my notes I get now, college, I'm doing masters now, I get all digital.
Digital.
PDF.
Even though,
Correct.
but somehow I really prefer hard copy because I study better with hard copy, but mostly it's now digital. What's the future of printing, bro?
Actually, to be honest, it's very, very true that around the globe, the printing volume is actually going down every year. So people, like you say, want to save costs and they want to reduce the environmental
Wastage.
damage on paper and all. So a lot of things are going digital. That's why a lot of the photocopier industry now is moving more towards software and solutions. So like the photocopiers we have nowadays, they are multifunction, but not just they can copy, print, scan, and fax. It's that they support like cloud.
Oh, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
everything's
Storage
cloud
ah.
now, right? So you could now they have the technology where even if you're outside the office or even if you're a different country, you can send the job that you want to print from your phone all the way to your office, and then someone release the job for you.
Oh, damn.
That's the type of technology we are looking into. And even beyond that, they even have the technology where for, let's say you send an email already, right? After you send, there's no way to retrieve it back, right?
Yeah.
But they have the technology to actually embed a code into those documents. You send it,
To
and you know,
retrieve.
like James Bond, this message will self-destruct in like
Yeah.
1 hour.
Whoa.
You can actually set a timer and set access code, who can access this document or a password.
Oh yeah. I've had those.
After
in-
7
yeah.
days, then the document is deleted.
Oh, so
Yeah,
it's a
so-
service that you all are
Yeah,
selling
so
also.
it's moving a lot. It's moving away from just the hardware to adding all types of value to companies.
Yeah.
Because if you look at all photocopiers, they all do the same thing. They all print, they all copy, they all scan.
Yeah.
So how do you differentiate yourself in this?
It's additional service in
Correct.
that sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
holy
has
shit.
this step being taken, is being dealt with right now in your company? Like you
Yeah.
guys
Yes,
already under
yes, that's what we are actively pursuing because we already foresee that if we just rely on people to print,
It's
then
a business that's
it's declining.
It's in the form you
Yeah.
gotta diversify already.
Yes, we gotta diversify. No choice.
Yeah.
So the companies that don't change, then they
Die lah.
end up dying.
Yep.
Shit, bro.
Actually, it's a good thing that it diversifies because maybe that's how you associate it with you creating a new segment. In a sense.
Correct. And also the MCO, I think it drove a lot of this change, right? because now people all start to work from home. They all they have to use digital means. They cannot like go to the office and print out the copies and all. So we as a company also have to adapt.
Wow, that really will affect sales.
But you know, some countries actually really, really fucking love print.
Yeah.
They,
It's a human thing to want
To
to
touch.
touch and feel the
that's why you like to read on paper rather than on tablet and all that.
I cannot.
You
I
know-
cannot.
You know, in Japan, they love like printed shit when you leave on the table in the hotels and all those custom cards. And you know, they have like unlimited. You know, when you buy like, I don't know, daifuku or some fucking dango or some crap. You know, you open, then they have like a card inside. Then they tell you like, wow, this is history, all that fuck. And then
Fortune
plastic,
cookies,
then plastic
yeah.
one by one, all that.
Sure.
I think
there's like a
definitely-
very human nature to want to
Yeah.
hold and see things, right? It's not the same when you see it on the screen.
Correct.
it feels cold.
Yeah.
But then from your business perspective, it's very B2B, right?
Yes.
So you're looking at it from a market perspective,
Yes.
from a very large scale perspective,
Correct.
rather than a consumer level, like do I get my dango with a card or not?
Yes.
Right? You're looking at whether legal firms are continuously printing in
Correct. So we have to anticipate other industry how
Correct.
they're gonna change, so that
Exactly,
when
yeah.
they decide to change,
You're
we
ready.
are already there.
scale.
Shit lah. Who does this thinking? You
No,
supposed to.
I'm not smart enough
Oh,
to do that
okay.
thinking.
Actually, in your company, do they have people that actually like have R&D and people who?
No. Like I said, we are
Oh, you're
more
caught.
towards the sales and marketing. So our principals themselves, they are the ones who do all this research, come up
Oh.
with the data, do the market analysis. Like I said, our marketing team is just me.
I thought you all
It's
hired
just-
a consultant.
Justin.
It's just me.
Have a segment, TV segment, just Justin. Serious.
Oh, I thought you all hired like consultant firm or whatever to like. oversee.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Wow.
Wow, that's
One day.
hard though. I mean, you don't know. Then do you go for to other people and ask for like, hey, advice and what do you do, or you just like
we do as much research as we can, and we look at we always look at the developed countries like America and Australia, all these
Correct.
places, because we usually
China, more or
lag
less,
maybe
yeah.
One step,
five
two steps,
years behind them, so you can sort of anticipate. So it's whether you are willing to make the preparations
To reach that.
correct.
Wow. Actually, that's fucking.
Your parents are agreeable to that this change is inevitable, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's the good thing that
Yeah,
my
that-
parents are pretty open-minded when it comes to change. So when I pitched them the Google ads and the social media,
They're down.
yeah, they actually supported me, which I was very surprised.
Correct. That's very
because
rare.
they're so used to the old school form of
Yeah.
form of marketing and all.
I'm sure people their age, generally speaking, couldn't fathom a paperless world, right? Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was operate without print.
Yeah,
That doesn't
even
make sense.
even now, like when I send my parents an email, they will always want me to print it out for them to
What?
see.
Yeah.
hard habits die hard, man.
Yeah.
Habits
What
die
the
hard.
fuck? You have to print out an email?
Yeah.
I've had one of my ex bosses was like that too.
I'm not
And he's not that
surprised.
old. He's like maybe like 30 something.
Yeah.
Some people just like to touch, bro. Okay, respect.
Wow, I find that so surprising.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of the older generation are like that.
Print an email.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know it sounds so weird, like you're printing an email, but hey, black and white.
Email is black and white.
Yeah, I know, but whatever.
I find that so surprising. But my mom and my all that prior to MCO was so against changing. So against it. They were like
until they were forced to.
Have you ever wondered? Oh, they were forced to change the is it? Okay, then I
no,
think back
but
my
prior
question.
to this they were like events will forever be there. They will forever be.
Nobody anticipated this.
Then virus. That dude, legit right? I watched the Bill Gates TED Talk about a pandemic, and I was watching it like 2 years ago. I was like, Mom, actually right, I think we should really focus on online events or like at least do marketing lah. It's like no, events will always be there. And then Nelson was like, no, I cannot, must do event.
Who's Nelson?
Nelson just resigned.
So is there an opening in MP?
No, we're not hiring now because of MCO.
Yeah.
Then after that, I was like, okay lah, I guess that's the best I can do lah. So I managed to Facebook page all that also, right? Do videos and all that, right? Then after the pandemic hit, no, digital events is the way to go.
Wow, surprise,
Survival mode.
Surprise.
I'm like, I mean, if Bill Gates had told you guys, maybe you all have listened.
Bro,
But maybe I didn't.
John Ng doesn't.
Bill Gates is
doesn't
not.
hold the
Bill
weight.
Gates is not credible. Simpsons is credible.
Yeah, they predict everything.
They predict
true.
everything.
Alright.
Donald Trump, the card dropping down, pandemic. Next is zombie apocalypse.
But they're like one of the longest standing TV series, so they're bound to come up with a storyline that would.
I mean, like-
you know, South Park also predicted a lot of shit.
Mm.
I'm just saying. So you're bound to come up with something that's similar.
On the first day of the MCO happened, right? How do you reacted to your client?
Yeah, actually, like those people that suffer, how do you all manage that? Like, is it like,
I think there's no choice, right? Because every company was forced to shut down.
Oh,
Yeah, except the essential
Essential stuff,
services. So we are lucky because we are essential to the essential services. So we sort of got
The green
go-
to-
yeah, the green to continue.
so you had
service
paper
time.
lah, you know, to go out and work.
Yeah, our people would from home come to our office to pick up the parts they need and then go and service the customer.
wow, that is such a whole.
That's why
fucking-
photocopier, it's very stable. You're not gonna be like very very high
Correct,
and very very low. It's like those companies that rely just on sales, right?
Yeah.
Or even like events. During that period, you if you don't have any events, you have zero revenue. But for us, because we are contract based, every month we still bill the customer. It's just that they don't print as much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you
so-
still get them from the rental. And
yeah,
stuff.
so we are like a very stable industry.
It's a perk of being in the sunset industry, lah, right? You know,
Correct.
things are very
Oh,
predictable.
what industry? Sorry.
Sunset industry.
What does that mean?
It's an aged industry.
It's about to
Uh,
die.
Not.
What you say?
It's a very passive.
About to die.
About to die. Very
You know,
pessimistic way of
sunset,
seeing it.
Yeah, then it becomes
Oh,
all
sunset.
dark.
Yeah, it basically just means very aged, very seasoned, very predictable patterns.
Like a
things
It's
that-
not glamorous. It's not like advertising. It's not like a startup tech company in
Yeah.
Silicon
That's
Valley.
there,
Yeah.
you know.
which is good. They're good and bad.
Good
right?
and bad.
Yeah. So.
And
Oh, it
it's
makes sense.
that being said, also like it's very hard to hire young people.
Correct. Exactly.
Because there's no allure. Like
yeah, like who wants to join?
photocopy isn't
yeah.
sexy,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Yeah.
You can't really have models like in bikinis and photocopy.
Hey, you should do a
You
bikini
could,
with
whether
with
it's
newspaper.
whether it's
yeah,
appealing or not.
you
Sean
could.
does photography. We could somehow.
Hey,
Yeah,
yeah.
actually could be the model.
Yeah, we could use photocopy
You have
machine.
enough chest to wear bikini too.
Wow.
You could pull it off. Could pull it off.
Yeah.
What? Oh, you gonna ask?
Nah, you ask.
Actually, I was gonna ask, like, if you knew someone, right, that was going to pursue the family business, and I know I'm also part of family business.
Yeah.
What would your advice be to them, though? Because now that you told us that your dad like kind of catfish you into going and shit like that,
Data
right?
analysis, nice.
Yeah. Data analysis.
What would your advice be to people who are going to your family? Because you're saying that there's no allure to it, and definitely no allure for yourself as well. There's no
Yeah.
real interest in all that. What would your advice be in a sense, if like you're half-hearted about it, but at the same
I would actually suggest them to do something like what you did, which is go outside to work and get the outside experience. Not because I think you can learn more in an outside company. Is that I think then you have a two perspective to compare. Whereas me, I only know one way, which is the family business. But if you worked outside, then you will know how other corporate works, and maybe you can bring some of that structure back to your own company.
that's good advice.
Yeah.
You gonna ask something?
Just wanted to ask which girl he will smash.
Nice.
I'm not done with that question.
Did you come up with your Pokemon?
No. Next podcast. lah.
Next podcast.
Next podcast. lah.
Which girl would you smash, bro?
You don't need to answer that. If you have any last words or anything you want to shout out, actually you should shout out your LinkedIn, right? I think I'll put your LinkedIn in the description.
Yeah. If you guys, I'll get back to you.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on the
Dude, it's
podcast.
been
I
a
know I'm
pleasure.
not that experienced, but I hope I
Dude,
shared
no,
something.
Everybody,
Yeah.
always forever modest like you.
Yeah, and if you could maybe follow my company on Facebook or LinkedIn, it's just Google Tricomas Marketing. That'll be really helpful for me.
Sure, man. I'll put it down in the description below.
Okay,
I
thank
like,
you so much.
I like every post. So let's put that.
I don't even go on LinkedIn though. That's
Bro, I barely use LinkedIn. So.
I actually don't go on Facebook. You know, actually Andrew was looking through his phone earlier, and the first app he clicked on was Facebook. I always like to see the habits of people when they do things. I'm always so curious as to what's your
What the fuck do I do?
you
Guess
click
what's
on,
my
you click
first
on
one?
Facebook
I
first.
don't have Facebook first. Oh.
Yeah. So it's always like when you see someone
What's
click on
yours?
something, like I was watching my client open his phone, the first thing he opened was LinkedIn.
Serious?
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, this guy's a very business driven person. So I know his whole background, I know his thoughts and perspectives and all that. I'm like, okay. So when I saw you open your phone and you clicked on Facebook, I'm like, oh, I know Andrew is the type of person that opens
Just a
Facebook.
motherfucker who doesn't want
Drew,
to waste
do you
time.
want to guess what's John's first app
First app?
that he will open?
Yeah.
Want to guess?
Instagram, I guess.
Pokemon Go.
Oh, that's a stupid motherfucking answer for me. This is why you need to give more thought in your answers.
Bro, it's a no-brainer, bro.
What the fuck?
Do you want to see my percentage? I'll show you later.
78.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You
Guess
say
mine.
you don't use Facebook, right? But you always reply to my memes, especially the funny memes.
I don't. For me, I feel like there is this gravitation towards Instagram now,
Yeah.
and a lot of people are using TikTok as well. But I think TikTok also will eventually be copied by Instagram. I heard they're doing Instagram Reels or some shit like that. It's very similar to how they copied Snapchat.
Have you ever done a TikTok?
I have done a couple. I did,
I've never.
but I don't see the appeal in it.
I
And
cannot.
you need like to have NordVPN and a VPN to help you go to other countries to have a better feed. Otherwise, the Malaysian feed is just fucking shite. So I'm not. Yeah. But thanks, Justin.
Thanks so
Been a real
much for
pleasure.
having me. Appreciate it.
Not that bad, right? It's like nervous. Why are you nervous?
Bro, I'm just so cold right now, bro.
Seriously, my nipples hard.
Yeah.
I
You can cut.